Yo guys, what's up? Happy April. I am back. I would love to say it was an April Fool's prank saying that I wasn't going to stream until tomorrow, but yeah, some personal stuff, but it ended up resolving earlier than expected. Don't worry, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Things are good. It is April, Q2 has started, and it's time to get back in the charts. It's good to have you guys joining today. I have a feeling today is not going to be the hypest of days. It is just Tuesday. And this has been a little boring lately, but maybe, just maybe, there's some spice going on that not everyone's looking at. For instance, we're seeing gold make moves, silver make moves. We're going to look at those first. We're probably going to skip the corn, unless the corn starts moving real crazy like. We've got Doge breaking out over the last few days with Elon Musk, the Doge father, changing the logo of Twitter. I wonder how long that's going to last. Question for you. Let me know during the chat. I'm going to try to read it a little bit more than usual. If you hear like cars driving by or something, let me know. I'll close the windows. You probably shouldn't, but just let me know. So let's jump into it, guys. Don't forget to check out crowdanalysis.com. This is our baby, our Markets Corner blog. If you want to be published as an author, jump in the Discord. Tell us you want to be an author, and you can be a published cryptocurrency author on crowdanalysis.com. Great articles there. Go check it out. Bookmark it. Let's get into some financials, as it is not Monday. It's Tuesday. I'm used to going live Monday. I guess the second day of trading in the week, just as good. Let's take a peek here. It looks like relatively down on stocks and the dollar. A very strange combination. Typically, we see that inverted, whether the dollar be moving up or down, stocks usually moving the other way. This is spicy. We'll take a look at stock charts at some point, get an idea. Maybe they're just opening down a little bit, but the dollar being down 0.5% today, that is absolutely why we are seeing gold and silver pump on top of, I don't know, every reason in the world. It seems like in the last week, we've seen flight from banks, flight from the dollar, and maybe even, depending on what these charts look like, we might be seeing flights from U.S. stocks. I'm not being conspiracy here, but we have seen the first trade deals bypass the U.S. dollar as the Federal Reserve between China and numerous nations, and basically what we would expect to see is U.S. assets weakening, the Dixie or the dollar strength losing ground against the basket of major currencies, bond yields down, etc. And it does kind of seem like those are happening, along with gold or inflation assets rising and inflation in general coming in hot. So we have all the symptoms. Is it actually happening? I don't want to cause a panic, but I think it's something that should be on our minds. And maybe I'll give you my in-depth thoughts on that, but that's not what today's about. I wanted to pull up just the latest news, see if there's anything interesting. Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, chat, let me know. Let me know if you see anything interesting in the news. I'm not good at reading and streaming. We've got 230. We just started the stream. Those are great numbers. Let's keep this energy going, guys. What I need from you right now is for you to smash that like button. Obliterate the like button for April. Obliterate it. I'm still of the opinion that we're going to see 48K before May. I will admit time's running out, but I think my prediction will get closer than Bullish, though I do hope to be wrong and Bullish be right. We've got about, what? I'm going to guess like 75 days or something like that for 1 million. Yeah, but time will tell. Time will tell. We got 100 likes already. Well done. By the way, we are going to be giving away $100 on Fairdesk today. So we'll be doing that in a little bit here in the show, maybe 10-15 minutes in. Check out the link pinned to the top of the chat. All you have to do is sign up using my link, and then after this live show to be eligible for the next one, you have to comment after the stream is over. There's been some confusion. You comment after the stream's over. Basically, you want to be first, right? Like first in the comments. That's how you enter. We're going to use a random number picker or a random comment picker to pick the winner, and that's that. So let's take a look at our economic forecast for the week. We had ISM manufacturing and JOLT job openings. Looks like they both came in a little bit under forecast. I don't think that that's really going to be a huge deal, though. I will say jobs opening is a double-edged sword. I don't know. Less jobs opening means more unemployment likely. Maybe that's good for the Fed. I don't know, man. On Wednesday, ADP non-farm employment change. ISM non-manufacturing PMI, crude oil. Man, this shirt's itchy. I don't think I washed it right. Got dog hair on it. Initial jobless claims on Thursday, and then we have Good Friday. So Friday will not be trading on the 7th. Very spicy. Thank God we have April 1st behind us. This little break I took, could not be happier with the timing. April Fool's is just the worst time to be an investor, to be on social media. Hopefully you guys made it through. There was just so much BS. I tried not to add too much. You guys know I love S-posting, but there's enough on April Fool's. So kind of take of this week, we don't have that meteoric week of events like we've had maybe all through March and February. There's some big numbers. There's some important stuff, unemployment rate, non-farm payrolls, but we don't see CPI numbers. We don't see core CPI. We don't see CPM. We don't see Chirpow speaking until May. This week, not a lot going on, but that doesn't mean markets are going to be sitting still, and I'm going to prove that to you in just a second when we jump into the charts. Last but not least, our Fed rate tool monitor on May 3rd. Tune in for Chirpow. Can I get a Chirpow in chat? Chirpow? Or either a Chirpow or does it not? Both are good. Both are fine. The market seems to be pricing in either a 25 BPS point hike or a 0. Unless I'm misreading this, I'm still waking up. Unless I'm misreading this, I'm still of the opinion they're going to go for 0. If they don't go for 0, I actually, I was talking with Altcoin Daily bros the other day. They reached a little short. You can check that out. But basically, I think the pivot's here. If the Fed continues to increase interest rates, which they absolutely can, and by all measures of inflation, they should, they are going to be knowingly shutting down banks. And some people have argued, well, it's tiny banks. People don't care. There is an alarming centralization of banks going on. And if the Fed continues to increase interest rates, they're going to drive the total number of banks down to very low numbers. I think it was 1970. The U.S. had about 14,000 registered different banks, not branches, banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, like banks. As of now, at least according to the Fed's recent numbers that I saw, we're around 6,000. Hopefully you can read between the lines there. If interest rates keep going up, banks are going to get smacked, and we're going to see the options of banks really, really get narrow. This is some really spicy time for crypto. I do hope that Bitcoin really picks it up here. I am bullish on April. Vote in the poll, guys. It's a silly poll. It's either April hype, more April hype, lots of April hype, or April sucks. And to be honest, I don't care if you just let us know. Just let us know. Hopefully we'll get our first subscriber of the stream shortly. He who is brave enough to pull the scribe Ginity, let us know. All right, let's move on. Probably have a lot to update you guys on. We've had a whole quarter miss. I mean, we were live on the 31st looking at our quarterly closes. I think most things closed around where we were looking, but we're going to rehash. Ethereum made some moves this morning. You may have seen my rare Ethereum bullish tweet. That's rare. Lots of movement there. Ethereum breaking to a new 2023 high. Bitcoin has not. So that does imply that Bitcoin Ethereum pair is gaining. At least from the lows it's at. We can take a peek at it. Is anything else moving? BNB virtually flat, not just for today, or not just for right now, not just for today, but also for the whole week. 2.2% up from where it started 7 days ago. That's not a lot of change. It's very low volatility. XRP, we're definitely going to be looking at XRP. I already have it pulled up. Everybody's been watching it. XRP, I will say, did hit my level, or my price level I was looking for to begin getting more bullish on it in the shorter midterm. It has since then, I think I said it on Investing Bros the other day, maybe even in our last stream. I think price was 54 or something, and I said, again, just like I said, on its way up to 50. Guys, big green candles, you're going to feel FOMO. Fight that urge. Do whatever you can to fight that urge, because what typically happens is when price moves this way, it is moving inefficiently, and it comes back usually to fill it in. Now, this is just probability. Again, guys, trading is risky. There is risk in trading. There's no such thing as guarantees. No one is a future teller. I am wrong all the time, but I do my best for you guys. breaking down the charts and the data I have. So take all of it with a grain of salt. Something I didn't notice, Cardano actually pulling a sneaky here with a 14% gain this week, right under 40 cents. I have a feeling that we slayed ADA again, back-to-back, short to long on this channel. We'll take a peek at that. Dogecoin with the monstrous 34%. Everyone's looking at Dogecoin right now, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm not going to go farther down, to be honest. Lots of charts look very good at the moment. I don't actually have much trade or many trades open at the moment. I opened a little sneaky trade. If you guys have been tuning in for the last 2 or 3 streams, you might recognize my entry down at 27.2. This isn't the biggest trade in the world. It's maybe like 3 or 4K, but solid entry so far. It does seem like I caught the wick. I'll pull up that chart and tell you and show you my reasoning as to why I looked for this specific level to enter. It's up 66%. It's doing pretty good. I probably should add a stop loss in there at some point, but I'm feeling like a wild child, man. I'll just move a stop into profit just for good practice. Just for good practice. So anything above 27.279. So we'll just do like 27.4. I don't know, something like that. 27.4. Let's see how it looks in the chart. Is that like right? Wait, what? Load. Okay, yeah, cool. So stop loss is moved into profit just so I don't have to worry about it while we're streaming. Awesome. I don't really love where that is because I do see the same signal that led me to look to enter at 27.2 a little bit ago. No big trades open on the big boy account with the 5 figures. I do have a limit long looking at like 28K. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, and I might end up changing that while we're live today and we go through the charts. Just for transparency. If you didn't see it in the last stream, I showed you guys, it is at the end, I admit, I got ADD and forgot, every single trade I made in March. Every single one. And let me tell you, there was a lot of red. We did squeak out with a really good P&L for March. Not reasonable to expect to do again or be repeatable in any consistent manner, but I guess we were blessed. Price did go up, and when I usually bet up, so looks like that worked out for me. But you can go back and watch that at the very end. I go through and show you literally every trade. I don't walk you through them, but you can see every single one, and we talk about the P&L. So maybe we'll come back to that. I want to take a peek at funding rates. I don't think there's anything interesting going on here. Just very mildly bullish funding rates. We see very, very light negative funding. Not a lot, not heavy enough for me to be encouraged really either way. This leans ever so slightly bullish. So it's just one tally on the bull side right now for today. Really not nothing special. I don't even know why I look at these max pain prices anymore. They've gotten very boring, but why not? We might get something spicy. 28K, 28.25, 28K into the 7th of April, 28K into the 14th, 28.5 into the 21st, 25 on the 28th, and then into May 25. These really have not been good measurements or good predictors of the price so far. And what I've been watching, because I do look at them every day, is these have been really far out. Like they're very far from price, and essentially a day, 2 days, maybe 3 days before the strike time, all of a sudden you see orders just right up against where price is. It just hasn't been a big factor. But you know what? That's okay, because we have to be dynamic. We have to be dynamic in our analysis. We have to always be looking for new information sources, and at some point, maybe it starts to prove to be a really good one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll pull up biggest gainers and losers here really quick. Don't know any. Doge chain, I recognize the name, but like don't really know anything about it. Icon. How many OGs are here today? If you're an OG, you probably remember ICX. Who bought ICX and then was really sad for a long time? I still have mine. Womp. ZRX, actually. ZRX, another OG kind of looking coin here in the top gainers, 21%. And that's all I recognize. Biggest losers, I don't recognize any of these. They look like crap projects. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. All right, let me pull up the chat here. We have 266 votes. We've got 377 watching. Dang, desperate times. Desperate times, man. Desperate times. But you know what that means? We gotta work even harder to get that engagement up. So what I want you to do if you're here today is put a message in the chat. You don't have to chat the whole time. That'd be great and welcomed. Put a message in the chat. Make sure you have liked the stream. Subscribe if you haven't been subscribed to this channel. Vote in the poll, and if you're feeling really generous, go ahead and share it out on social media. All of that will count as engagement, and it will help the stream out, and we need it today because there is a lot of spice. Like, I'm not even just like trolling, not hyping you up for no reason. There's some spice I'm about to show you. So let me see who's here, and then we're gonna jump into these charts. And I see some great names. I see a lot of green names. I think we should shout out Lord Bajarki, Santa Jarky, Crypto Claus, whatever you want to call him. Gifted like 500 memberships the other day. Thank you, my friend. If you're here or not, just letting you know we appreciate you. That was super nice of you. And there we go. Tomaz Jarowski. Subscribe, taking the scribe ginity of the stream. You're the man. Heck yeah, dude. Everyone out there, follow suit. Chocolate. Oui. Welcome, my bro. Good to have you. Anyone out there, follow Tomas's, follow his lead. He knows what he's doing. We have some spicy charts, but let me see who's here. My chat is being very strange, and YouTube made some, I showed you this last time. They made some like change now. When you click a message, it pops this up, and it drives me absolutely nuts. Totally nuts. Fluoride Zombie Slayer. There's my boy. I've never seen your name before, but I probably will never forget it. Fluoride Zombie Slayer. All right. Sure. All right, let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. What's up, Bring Facts? Michael H., my man. Max Payne since 2021. Haven't we all? In our hearts. Alex S., I see Dean Putin. What's up, dude? Crypto Steve O. Welcome back, friend. Good to have you. Rico, and are you ready? Wonderful, wonderful people in our community. Great to see you on the streams. Good to see you back, Mr. Ready. Always good to have you here, Rico. What's up, Blue Star FC? What's your setup for trades? That's a really interesting question. Certainly don't have a single answer, but I will go over why. I want to go over these three charts quickly, and then I'll go over Bitcoin, and I'll show you exactly why I entered at 27.2, and I guarantee at least one person in this chat live right now remembers why I look to take a long at that position. Hopefully, when I go through the chat, someone will have said it. So, Dr. Death, what's up, man? Just hit the like. Don't worry, no rush. If you guys don't like the stream by the end of the stream, and you regret liking it, then just change it to a dislike. But just hit like for now and give it a chance. We're not too bad. What's up, Michuana, Shrink Tech, my man. ICX and Wallet, same. World Bet, how you doing? It's nearly impossible to trade successfully without a trend. Okay, interesting. Sharknado, my man. Brian Aranda, how you doing? DGB, that is the one of which we do not speak, Crypto Sharknado. Where them likes at? That's right, Fletcher. You get them in line. What's up, Alex S. Jonah and Plainclothes, my man. El Patron 949. Kush is my cologne. That's a good cologne. I smell like Kush. It's a good smell. Ladies love it. What's up, Garav Rana? No more confusion, yo. Yo, Pickle. Our man Pickle. Kelly boy. No more confusion. Chris Reeton. Who else is here? FUD expert Matt Eanes. Beachhead. It's a tricky one to say. You got to be careful. C. Ron. Danny Diaz. Peak Indicator FUD expert. Luis Flores. Love Jeet. How you doing, Love Jeet? Cody Codes. I'm going to give you a wrench, man. Guys, Cody Codes has been around, and he's been chilling. He's a good dude. And he added me on Instagram. This dude's like a famous DJ. He's just like a famous DJ. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel. You have a YouTube channel? Nah, you don't have a YouTube channel. But you got a big old Instagram. You're like a famous DJ, man. Let's party sometime. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Frosted Flakes. I'm going to pull up the participants to do this easier. What's up, A. Krebby, Alan Chumaricio, Aline Daniel, Alltrack, Apriz, Archer82, Baby Daddy. Who's Baby Daddy? BCN Lessups, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Beans and Rice for me. Burke, Dick Healy, Big Red, Blue Skies, Brian Aranda. I got that one already. Bring Facts. Buy high, sell low. One of my favorite names to say. Carlos Valderas, Casual Mining. Christian, Centrix Coder. What's up, man? Man, there's new ones popping up. No, it's got to keep going alphabetically. Crawler, Crypto Billy, my man. Crypto Dave, Crypto Fins, Crypto Sharknado, Crypto Stevo, Danny Diaz, Dave Digital. You know what? You need to look blue too. I'll give you one of them later. What's up, David D Creator, Donato Cabrera. I think I got that. Dunny Steve, Easy Casino Wins. What's up, Error Random, OG of this channel for show. Elizabeth Bathorny. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I tried. Exceptionally average. Accession, my bro. Expendable Youth Fet. Fletcher Wiggin. GG. I like that. Gregba. I watched. I like that name. Itadaki Masuso. Jason Catlin, Jeremy Lemaire, Jiggy Lino, Joe McGuire. We got a lot of people. Instead of we only have 300 people, but like I feel like we have 300 people chatting right now, so maybe YouTube's full of it. I feel like they lie to us sometimes. J.R. Thorny, my bro, Juggernaut of Crypto, Justin Todd Cervantes, one of my favorites. Kelly Boy, Kellen Etchson, Kush Saran. Loading name. What's up, loading name? Luisio, Luis Flores, Luke John, M Stone, another OG. Good to see you, man. Madcap Hat. It's always a good time when OGs come back. Just pay attention. Matthew Huffland, Meek Beard, Mike Snyder, Mike LSU, Monkey Child, Monsieur Ski, Andy Walk, Nomadic Life, Not Yo Crypto. I like that too. B Peerly, Pow Pow Pow, Patrick Lishman, Peak Indicator Pete, Dobrev, Peter Provost, Filippo Mazzini, Prolific something. It just disappeared. Sheepy, Shy iOS, Snapty Weed, T-Bone, Tillin Blatnick, Trevor Porter, Tyler Wood. We're getting to the end. Versatile, VVOG Pooski, Visharts, my man. How you doing? You were like the first one here. Wick5890 is good to see you. You deserve a wrench too. What's up, William Mark, WL420, World Bet, Wunder, Yvonne. How you doing, Yvonne? Hope you're doing well, Yvonne. And ZH Low. I might have missed you. If I missed you, let me know. I'm going to pull up the fresh chat now. I think I got almost everybody. But if you commented while I was reading that, it probably didn't get you. It's good to have you guys here. It's like a DL spicy day. It's a DL spicy day. What's up, Fasil? Hello, Tommy boy. Bullish on BS. Bring facts. I'm always bullish on bull. How can you not be? Crypto for beginners. How you doing, man? How you doing? It's good to see so many people. Make sure you have hit that like button and subscribed. And you know what? Do yourself a favor, then hit that little bell button. And then make sure you have YouTube notifications enabled. And then just double down, jump in the Discord. You'll get free BTC after the live stream. I airdrop it to everyone after every live stream. It's only a few sats, but hey, you're a Bitcoin holder now. You're a big boy. Yeah, big boy. TA requests, we can do some of that. It's a hybrid kind of day, Tom. Luke John is on point. We always start with Bitcoin, but today we are not starting with Bitcoin. FBTC is on my radar as well. You're right. You guys, I love it. What's up, Zigzag? I love like when you guys like start getting ahead of me. And it's like the work I'm doing is good. It's paying off. People are getting value. They're looking at stuff. They're not just, I don't know, listening to me yell about charts. They're looking at them themselves. They're finding stuff themselves. So we looked at this on the last stream. Dixie closed its quarterly. This was, honestly, I mean, this is a bearish close. I would have liked it. Nah, it's good. It's a bearish close. I would have liked it with a little bigger body. It's a little too close to a doji for my comfort. We have not broken last quarter's low yet on the dollar, and that is where all the eyes are fixed today. If we zoom in, we can see today has started with a dump as the dollar opened. It is now down at 101.5. That has got to be, what, a new March low? That's a new March low. And in fact, it's outside of February 1st, a multi-year low. So the dollar is, in my opinion right now, if we just only use kind of Fibonacci retracement, if we just use Fib retracement as a guide here, we can say, man, this has retraced almost all of the gains it made since February 1st on this little bounce. We were looking for a dead cat bounce. I'm not really convinced this is it. It's only a 5% bounce, though I will admit, guys, I'm no Forex expert. I'm not an expert at all. I'm just a dude who loves charts in general. But I was expecting a little bit more for a dead cat bounce, so I'm watching this closely. If the dollar takes out February's low, it's going to get spicy fast. And it is so close. We are not even 1%, 0.68% from not just February, but 2023's low. And I think that actually goes all the way back to like 2022, May 2022, something like that. Yes, there's reason to find support around there. 100 is a psychological value. It's also a very important level to the Dixie chart, as it spent testing it as resistance for many years, decades even. So there's absolutely a potential to bounce, but this setup looks crappy, man. We have a move up, it breaks a high, and now it's almost completely retraced on a break of 100. The Fibonacci extension tool would suggest that we could use our extensions, R1, 618, and R2, for some logical downside targets. Now, we do have enough history to go and find horizontals and historic levels, but for right now, I think that's just a good way to put it. On a break of 182, probably looking down in the high 79s, maybe low 76s. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but for the dollar, it is actually a very spicy move. And that is going to bring us into the next charts. And I actually even need to pull one up because I got an alert while I was setting this up. I didn't have time. So this one is going to be ugly. The gold finger. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood today, guys. Feeling good though. Hope you guys are feeling good out there. I'm feeling good. Honestly, the only reason is my seasonal depression crap's finally shaken off because it's 75 degrees here and sunny and beautiful, and I'm going to go for a hike after this. Recommend you all do the same if the weather's nice. If not, stay inside. Screw that. So we have been talking about gold setting a new all-time high, and if you follow me on Twitter, and you definitely should because I am the king of shit posting. Not really. I wish I was. I'm getting there, though. I'm working on it. I'm defeating each gym leader and getting the badge and leveling up, and like I'll be there someday. But I did earlier, I think it was last month, say the dollar is about to dump and gold is heading for an all-time high, a new all-time high. It didn't seem so likely then, but after we've seen this month or quarterly close, things are looking incredibly good for gold. Incredibly good. Unfortunately, that does line up with our dollar losing reserve status potential, world reserve status potential, as we would expect gold, silver, inflation hedge assets to do well and US assets to do poorly. And I will say this, I will concede, we don't have enough data. We can't just say, oh, stocks had a red day, bonds had a red day, gold's up, world's ending. No, it's irrelevant really what they're doing at this second and what they've done and progressed so far. But what we're going to do is to continue watching these charts. And if that continues out, if gold does break to a new all-time high here in this quarter, if the dollar breaks below 100 in this quarter, stocks reject and they start, seeking down their 2020 lows, then maybe we have something there. Maybe we're onto something. For now, it's more of just a wait and watch. I don't want this to happen. I just want to reiterate that. Some people come at you and they're like, you know what would happen if the dollars and the whole world would collapse? Yeah, it would be really bad. I agree. And I don't want that to happen, even though maybe it benefits Bitcoin. Maybe it doesn't. But I don't want that to happen. But guess what? Me, you, we didn't have any say in any of this. We didn't make any of these decisions. And likewise, we have no control over what in the hell they do next. So we're basically in the sit back and watch situation, similar to what we do on the charts. And so we got to entertain the data. We got to watch the data and keep an eye on it. I don't want it to happen, but my hopes and dreams, if everything happened that I wanted Bitcoin to be at 1 million by June, maybe it will be. I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. Technically since the 1913 Federal Reserve Act. So I thought I had the, did I see when Tom should invite Wendy O to go hiking with him? I wish. Wendy O lives 1,000 miles away from me. Wendy, I love you, Wendy. If you're out there watching, I want to go hiking with you, baby. Let's go. Yeah, she lives 1,000 miles away. But girl, tonight, you look so pretty. Yes, you do. The moon doesn't shine as bright as you. Oh, yes, it's true. I forgot the words to Hey There, Delilah. Dating myself hard. Let's go back to the chart. Stop distracting me, chat. No, I'm just kidding. You can distract me. As long as you're hitting the like button, subscribe button, you can distract me all you want. So gold closed an awesome quarterly candle. The caution here is pretty apparent if you look at charts at all ever. These are quarterly candles, and typically when we see a close above a previous resistance, that's good, right? Yes, usually that's good. However, we can see that's exactly what happened in this exact basic time period. Q1 was green. Yeah, Q1 was green in 2022, and then Q2 was red. It did close a higher high. That would be very much expecting continuation. It did not happen. So we have it again right here. We have it again right here. I will say we are a little different. We don't have a higher high on that dump candle. We already have a higher high into this quarterly, and that's why gold is so effing spicy right now, guys. It's crazy spicy. So let's zoom in a little bit. We have been watching and waiting for this to break all-time highs, and it does look really like it wants to. Interesting. That was the highest quarterly close, but it actually wasn't the highest monthly close. Though we did have the same fake out. Weird. Gold is an odd chart. Moves very slow. We didn't actually have the highest monthly close. It looks like that was in July of 2020. However, we are trading higher. We have never closed a candle on gold this high ever in the history of gold. So if it can manage to stay right here for 24 days, that's looking pretty great. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I don't think it will stay there for 24 days. This month is brand new. We're only a few days in. I need to turn my mic down a smidge. 4 days in, and gold is already setting higher highs for the year. It is gunning. It's gunning. It makes sense. It makes sense to be gunning. Everything's chaos. People logically should flee to gold on some level. I mean, they, take all the money out of their bank and go nuts, but gold is in the spotlight when there is currency issues. Absolutely. Marketcipher B on the month, actually, pretty interesting. I don't know if we've looked at this. We are coming off a lower high, which isn't, in my opinion, really the best, but we have defended this low, and money flow is coming back up. This kind of reminds me of Bitcoin on the monthly, with this kind of random, weird moving up of money flow on the monthly time frame. Definitely not the worst thing to happen. Absolutely not the worst thing to happen. Let me see. Honestly, with like 2 tests of this level and then multiple intra-month tests of like 1966, I do believe that this resistance is significantly weakened. And I hate doing this, even though you guys probably don't even, you're like, why? Why do you hate this? There's nothing wrong with it. I hate doing these big zones because there's just so freaking like error. It's like a 6% zone. It's pretty easy to like get TA right if you give yourself that big of wiggle room, but I can't cut it any other way. That's what it looks like. We got a big old thing here with from our wicks on the monthly, and we're up in there. We're right up into that zone. We've closed. We need to break above 2,075. We closed a bullish engulf last month. That's a pretty dang good start. This is beautiful. Now, Marketcipher B, I will say this is not the best either. It's not super clean. I have noticed, though, that Marketcipher B on the dollar and gold, maybe it's because they're so much less volatile. I have to kind of read it differently. It's weird. I'm not going to get into it today. I'll put a whole thing together about it. But I've noticed some different patterns that I don't really see happen in crypto, and I think it is due to the volatility. So, regardless, this week is looking pretty solid with 3 days to go. We're up 3.5%. Here's what I want to see from gold over this week. As that's not snapping. There we go. I want to see 1988. What a good year. I want to see 1988 defended into the weekly close. That seems pretty doable as it's trading above 2,000 right now. Mind you, we have seen many a tall wick on gold. So be careful and cautious. I think gold is like one of the like ultimate DCA things, Bitcoin and gold, even though I don't like Peter Schiff. That'd be a solid close for the week. Let's close above that previous resistance. And I think that sets us up to at least go test that high. We can never know with certainty that it's going to break. You just never can. You can have probabilities. We can say, hey, man, we tested this a bunch. This resistance is being weakened. And so now we're coming off what? We're actually coming off a lower low. Interesting. Coming off a lower low. That's actually, I think this is actually a pretty bullish structure here. If you think about it, it's like you established a range, you range traded, and then you hit the stops. You didn't even dump. You just hit the stops on longs down around 1650, and then virtually went straight up with a very muted pullback. I think an approach and test of 2075 is going to actually have a lot of legs to it. I think it's a very realistic possibility it breaks. I don't know if it will get there this week. Not even claiming that. I think it will this year, though. On the day, kind of same thing. Not really what I wanted to see, but the price action doesn't seem to care. We see our lows coming up on the day, some kind of flat-topped resistance being formed by those daily, weekly, and monthly resistances, and now it does look to break out. Even a close today, it looks like above 2,000 is going to be a pretty legit close. It'll be the highest close since March of 22, and in fact, there will only have ever been maybe 3 closes higher than that level. So gold is hella spicy, hella spicy into that dollar dump today. That's like the main thing. Gold opened, dollar dumped, gold went up. Since 7 minutes ago, I guess we're 30 minutes into the stream. I should do the giveaway soon. The hour rolled over. The dollar, tiny little midget, little teeny candle here. Without being able to retrace back to like 102.18 today, or even in the next hour, this is looking really weak. You broke your structure. You had a low. You failed to set highs. Bears rejected. This looks like a dump pattern. I mean, like it just does. Just looks dumpy. So we would expect gold to go up. I don't want to go on forever about gold because there's another hella spicy thing, and I don't want to say that we called it because calling it is a bunch of BS. We saw a chart and we made an informed decision, and that informed decision happened to be correct. So kind of maybe more exciting than gold right now is the silver. Is this foreshadowing for Litecoin? God, I hope so. That would be amazing. Is this foreshadowing for Litecoin? No, silver doing actually more interesting stuff for me. So I'm going to make a new chart here and get rid of a bunch of sold stuff. We'll keep the old chart as well. We were looking for a very specific kind of price action on silver, and it does look like it's played out. So let's flip to this quarterly. Quarterly, definitely not as impressive as gold, but we can see a pretty defined resistance, and this goes all the way back to 2011, and that's $26.41. I believe that was the all-time high for silver. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, it was, just by a hair. Silver traded to just under $50. Wow, what blue balls. If I was a silver guy back in 2011, I would have been so pissed. I'd be like, I'm selling at 50, baby. And then it goes like 14.83 and he gets skunked. He goes all the way back down to 11. Wrecked. Anyway, my anecdotes. This is a pretty significant resistance. By that, what I mean is because of the way price moved, because of the way traders traded silver on the way up, there is a lot of people, and hopefully volume would agree. I guess volume doesn't exist for silver. I don't understand. What? Why is there no volume? What? WTF might. WTF might. I guess there's no. It's just a line. That's not very helpful. What? Why is it so weird? I've never seen TradingView do this before. Columns, line. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's the ticker. Could be the ticker. Either way, we would likely see high volume here. And what that means is many people, like I just said, were thinking silver's going to $50. It got so close. It'll go back up there. I'll sell. I'll make a solid profit. It's at like $25. That's a 2x. I'm the smartest man in the world, or woman. And that's not what happened. Obviously, silver kept testing that as support and broke it, falling farther and farther down to almost $10 before reaching back up in October of 2020. I have said so many times, silver is one of the strangest charts to me. I don't understand why it does what it does. Maybe you guys know. Chad, you please school me here. I assume it's highly manipulated by paper contracts. This is what I assume. But this is looking, in my opinion, like maybe even spicier than gold. So like gold, if it breaks 2075, it takes the spice cup. Awesome. But silver, like where it is right now, it's just a higher high locally, kind of chilling where it's been rejected. Silver has struggled so long to catch bids. So long. And it looks like it's now closed 6 months in a row. Well, 2 quarters, 6 months of green. When was the last time this happened? I guess back here. But those really weren't, that was like in a downtrend. Huh. I'll move on from this point. Maybe. Either way, lots and lots of, let's call it distribution up here. Orders are trapped and that goes all the way back. We found resistance there in October from 22 virtually till today. We have not tested it yet in this year. We did last year. It looks very good to test again. That would be $26.10. That looks pretty prime. I don't know. You guys bullish on silver? I think we're looking at a little gumdrop quarterly there. I love being able to look at the quarterlies on Marketcipher. It's such a treat. Where might we look on silver if it breaks out? I mean, the logical spots, you have your previous all-time high. That lines up really well with not only psychologically $50, but it's also our two measured moves setting up here at 51. So if I was trading silver, if we do see it break out, I'm not saying I would dump my whole bag, but I'd probably lock in some profit there at the 50 mark. Especially if I bought at 25, like it is right now. If I bought right now at 25, this is not financial advice. Please don't do this just because I'm talking about it's a concept. If you haven't picked it up yet, you might be slow, or hey, you're new here and that's all right too. Sorry, didn't mean to be savage. I go through what I'm thinking. I'm just narrating my thoughts. None of this should be interpreted as financial advice. I'm just sharing with you the way I see charts. I've been doing this a long time. I'm definitely not perfect. I try to improve every day. Yeah. So please don't think I'm telling you this is a trade you should take. But if someone did, if they bought at 25 and they saw price move to 50, or if I did, this is what I would do. I would sell half my stack at 50. Just 50% of my stack. Right here, 50 bucks. Half. What that does, so say we bought 100 silver, I would sell 50 of them at 50. Now I've gotten my principal back. All the money I put in originally at 25, I have recouped that, and I have half of what I bought still in case the moon happens, right? In case silver actually goes nuts. Then you won't have to FOMO back in. Now, these targets, I mean, I guess I realistically can believe them. I guess. It's hard though, because silver is like fundamental in some manufacturing of electronics. Same with gold actually, and that's probably a reason that they have muted price action, is because if the price of gold and silver goes up too much, it becomes very, very expensive to build some electronics, and that's not good for anybody. But if we want to do some moon math, if we see $50 break, if that all-time high is busted, we got our profit out or whatever, got our principal out, I mean, this is kind of what I'm looking at. Like in the 200s. I'm not saying this is going to happen at all. I'm not saying it's happening anytime soon. But if we do get a break, these are where I would then look to take profit again. In this theoretical scenario, I now have half my bag. I would look maybe to sell 1/2 of what that bag was left. So that would leave me with 1/4 of what I originally bought at like 122. And then I'd probably just be all out at 200. But not all out. All out, I keep a tiny little bit just in case, I don't know, it goes to infinity, right? That's what we always worry about. What if it goes to infinity? Well, if you even have one of something, 1 times infinity is infinity, so you're good. That's just life advice. Please don't go around yelling Tom said silver's going to 250 bucks this year or something. I wouldn't count it out of the question with the currency debasement and the giant looming currency war type thing it seems to be happening right now. But that's how I'd play it. Silver looks great. I dig it. And I hope to see it break 26. When that happens, closing above that 26 mark, it's gonna get spicy. I have my alerts set. Hopefully you do too. So maybe we should actually look at crypto. This used to be a crypto channel, Tom. WTF. What's up, Akhil Chandan. My man, thanks for subscribing. Please don't forget to keep smashing the likes. If we get, how many viewers do we have? It's not going to be big. I don't even want to look. 500. Nah, it's not a spicy day. That's okay. If we have 500 here, if we get to 500 likes today, we will do a bigger giveaway on the next stream. How about that? I don't want to say 500. Let's make it 200. We'll do 200 giveaway if we get to 500 likes in the next, but in the next 45 minutes. I believe that we can do it. I believe it. I believe in you guys. You know that. What should we do? Should I go through crypto? We haven't done any, which is really weird for the show. If you're tuning in for the first time, I apologize. This is not our usual. Should we do the giveaway? Nah, wait, we'll do it towards the end because that like forces people to watch more. That's the whole point. Let's see the poll. Looks like April's pretty hype with only 16% of us saying April sucks. Question for the people saying April sucks. When did April hurt you? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why. Why is it? Yeah, like personal stuff. I don't know. You just don't like the month. I'm just curious. Nothing even to do with charts. But keep voting in that poll. Keep signing up with the links down there in the video description. I saw the word Wendy again. You're getting me excited that she's here. She's not here. It's okay. She texted me this morning. She doesn't need to be here. Doesn't need to. 500 watching. We can do that right on, Dean. You the man. We should change your emojis live. I don't know what that means, Dave. What does that mean? Have a wrench, Dave. By the way, Dave, hopefully tech set you up with a WordPress login for crownanalysis.com. We apologize deeply for not doing that. I guess we just didn't communicate with you well enough. After like the first post that we approve, you really can just post on your own, and you should have a login. And if you don't have that, let me know after the show. I'll hook you up. April Skies, baby. April Rocks. Real Housewife of Crypto. That's an awesome freaking name, and I almost wish I could go back in time 4 years and rename myself like the Real House Husband of Crypto, because as honestly as lame as it sounds, what is it? I forget what the anime is called. The True Life of a House Husband, something like that. This is badass, dude. This is a badass show. This is a badass anime. Dave set up Frankie's emojis. He's got your back. Yeah, Dave, then do it. Please, Dave. Please, I beg you. I don't want to do it. I am not creative. I don't know what emojis people like. And you can tell by the current available emojis. So we're going to, yeah, let's make that happen, man. Let's make that happen. Wrenched on all channels. That's right, Quicker. How you doing, bro? What's up, old rounder, bro? I haven't seen you. Where did April touch you on the doll? Point to it. Where did it hurt you? What's up, River? How you doing, man? Doge? Yeah. Let's look at the Doger. So you guys know I've been a little bearish on the Doger. I was, just for a reminder here, I was the OG Doge bull. I was bull on Doge before you knew of Doge. No, I mean, I'm sure some of you had. One of my greatest calls of all time. This is Doge BTC. Back when our patron group was like more of a trade signal-y, setup-y thing, which it is not anymore. This is just forever going to be my best trade. I said, I'm going long at 15 sats on Doge BTC. That's right here. That's the very bottom, October, Q4 of 2020. Doge went 8,400% up against Bitcoin. I took profits every step of the way. I still have 5 figures of Doge. It's wild to me. I was a little berry. I've been a little berry. And Elon, actually, I wanted to show you guys this because a lot of people are confused. It has to be, you don't see it unless you're on your website. God dang it. On your desktop, on a browser. If you open the app, you won't see it. But they did change the Twitter logo to a Doge, or Elon did. And I love that chaos, man. This is just pure chaos. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what goes through this guy's head. He's half genius, half just like insane madman, just agent of chaos, right? Agent of chaos. Let me see. There we go. Camman1925 subscribed. Fist pound, my friend. So I was the original Doge bull, and honestly, I will argue this with anyone because I got so much shit for years. And I never met anyone else who actually like was into it. I was into it because Doge is the same thing as Litecoin, which is the same thing as Bitcoin. It's all just a proof of work network. That's it. I like proof of work networks. I had Doge. Doge maybe lots of, this is my biggest gainer in 21 by far. I've been a little bearish on it though lately because we were looking for something on its pair versus Bitcoin that I still think is important, but it doesn't seem to care so much. Maybe I didn't look at the right time frame. We can like readjust, relook here. It does look like Doge held its low. If you're wondering where these lines came from, it's just on the quarterly. These are just placed. This is a fresh chart. It went down past. Let me show you like my original. It's really messy because we've used it so much. Show you the original. We were looking for something specific to happen and it didn't. And so I got a little burry. Got a little burry on it. See, yeah, it's real messy. Got a little worried. I didn't sell any of it. I didn't panic sell or some kind of BS like that. But basically what we were worried about is this. Against BTC, Doge created such a strong triangular support here. And however you want to cut it, doesn't really matter. What that basically means is there was lots and lots and lots of trading here. Lots of selling, lots of buying. Lots of selling pressure. Doge had risen thousands and thousands of percent, and many, many, many people were in profit. And so they took profit. Probably not on the way up, but they start taking profit on the way down because they get spooked. But those profit takers could not push Doge back down below 231. So what this means is one Dogecoin down here, to buy one Dogecoin with Bitcoin, it would be 236 Satoshis. Easy. It's easy. It seems complicated, but it's easy. Right now it's at 343. That means one Dogecoin is 343 Satoshis. Easy peasy. So I got a little bearish. I put this trade here, like obviously it was like theoretical. And of course, just in, you know, smart money concept fashion, comes to my stop loss and then bounces. I don't think Doge is out of the woods yet. It is looking much better, but I've been a little bearish on it because I was really expecting this support to hold, even if it was only going to bring us to a lower high. We're talking like 600 sats, but it broke low and maybe it's found support. Like it is back to that previous support we were hoping it would hold. And I'm going to re-add that number to the chart here. You can see it's extremely close. 365 sats. It traded above it very briefly yesterday, I believe. And today, very briefly. That's actually not bad. Because we were looking for this descending wedge. And we are like, oh, it's going to pop out of the wedge. Did not. Just fell straight down to like, what is the last support before you maybe go back down to like 15 sats again. So just in time. Of course, you could find support at 100 sats. This would be my entry. I actually didn't rebuy any of my Doge. I sold small pieces every 50 Satoshis up. So I did sell a little bit at the top. I wish I was sold it all, but yeah. Sold a little bit at the top, but of course I sold a little bit here and here and here and here. I have not rebought any of it. But if I see Doge trade back down to 100 Satoshis, I probably will rebuy a lot of my position. I'll rebuy a good percent, maybe half. Maybe I'll rebuy half. So yeah, let me see. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm just in a good mood. I'm just vibing. I don't give a shit that like no one's watching YouTube today. We got the best people here. It's all that matters. We're having a good time. Just vibing. And I've had some time off. I guess that probably helped, huh? Streaming every day is not so good for the soul. It's not so good for the soul. Got a little bearish, but I will say with this pump, we have kind of re-entered maybe we're all right status. My issue. That pump yesterday sent Doge right back to the previous support we were hoping to hold. It's now being tested as resistance. Yes, resistance can break. Yes, support can break. But they both can also hold. And so while Doge is right here, I'm a little uncomfortable. This was my really significant support. We had a beautiful breakout pattern, start painting into it. We even did get this little bounce here. And for a second, I thought we did it again. We got the bottom of Doge. No. Dumped down. Luckily got caught by like this quarterly close. And now it's back to resistance. So where it is sketchy AF against Bitcoin. It needs to close above 365 sats. If it doesn't, we're likely seeing it move back down and perform some kind of retracement. And I just don't want to see that. Any kind of retracement is very threatening right now. It's in a very delicate position. Maybe looking at the 618, you would pray that it bounces. It's just under 300. I think maybe you take it a little lower, 288, kind of fair value gap on the day. Reminder, and we'll get into Bitcoin next, about the trade, why I entered the long, and the answer was fair value gap. I don't know if anyone said that. But fair value gap here, Doge rocketed up. This is very inefficient price action. Does it have to come back and fill it? Does it have to do this? No, it doesn't. But what we find is that that does happen pretty consistently. More consistently than I would say random chance. More consistently than you'd expect. So FOMOing right now, right under resistance, a little sketchy. If we do see it retrace, I think 288 could be a nice little pick. But again, I don't want to see any weakness on this whatsoever. I need to see this moving back up near the 500s. I need to see this show me that it's not just pulling, and guys, some people are going to hate me for this, not pulling the XRP BTC, which is the story of this. The story of it hit a high and then forever just seemingly has like drained to lower high, like for years and years and years. If it wants to make another move, if it wants to have a 2021 repeat, it needs to at least go back to 1300-ish sats, back to its all-time high. It doesn't have to break it, but even a return there is going to like have a very similar effect. Unfortunately, I don't think Doge will ever have a rally like it had here. It doesn't mean it won't have awesome rallies. Doesn't mean you can't, get rich or whatever it is you're thinking. Doesn't mean you can't make profit. But that rally is going to be hard to eclipse, not just for Doge, but for anything, man. Like, that was quite a rally. This is quite a rally. So let's look at the USD pair. USD pair honestly reminds me a little bit of ADA in the sense of inefficient price action on the quarterlies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's just like ADA. We'll look at that too. In a row, inefficient price action. So the good news is in the dollar pair, logically, we will be looking for kind of 25 cents. Now, not saying soon, but this is, we're zoomed out. And when we're zoomed out, everything we say is like very mid-long term. This is not buy now goes 25 cents. This is, I don't know, 2024 maybe it gets there. Maybe it does get there this month. Who knows? But like, this is zoomed out. This is talking macro. Macro, the market wants to move to 25. It doesn't have to, but it wants to. It wants to because it wants to bait in liquidity. It wants to bait in longs. There wasn't very efficient price action on the way down, so it doesn't take much. There's not a lot of orders because not a lot of orders were trapped. There's not a lot of resistance built. So as a market maker, you can push the market back up to the high. All of a sudden, people start FOMOing in, start opening positions. You've engineered liquidity to dump into. I don't know if that's going to happen. But with this inefficiency, that's what it looks like. Of course, if the entire market is going ape, it could break, go to a new all-time high. And where would I look maybe for Doge on the next bull run? $4. $4. Maybe 1180 if you get like a double Elon thing. I don't know, like Elon declares Twitter's new currency is Doge. Maybe you see like $11. But like we are far from that. I'm looking for 25 cents. Honestly, I think this year, and I'll be real, I think we'll see it in this quarter, in Q2. I've been wrong before. Guys. I have high expectations. The monthly is starting to look good. You do have a higher low from March. You did defend your low somewhat. I don't love that your highs have not moved. They're still coming down. You're right at resistance. This is what scares me about this Elon pump, because if you were around during the original ones, we saw really kind of consistent behavior of Doge going nuts for a day because Elon put DOGE in a tweet. And this thing would just like pump 20%, 50%, whatever. But if you remember, then it almost always just sold back down.
420.
Nice. Patrick Simpson. My man with the 10. Appreciate you. Only 5 more. We've got 30 minutes to get 66 more. And we'll do a $200 giveaway tomorrow. We are giving away today. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do Doge. And I'm going to look at Bitcoin. Then we'll probably look at XRP. And then we'll do the giveaway. But Doge is on everyone's mind. We already looked at gold and silver. Hopefully this is timestamp pickle. If not, yeah, too bad. Tough luck, everybody. But we did a lot of goodies today because it's not a hype day. So we have time to like really do some good analysis. So this is what scares me. If you guys remember in the original Elon tweet pumps and such, by the way, we were long on it before Elon ever uttered the word Doge. They ended up just selling off really quickly. They were very like liquidity grabby. Here's what I don't like. It did hit a higher high in the month, and that's excellent. It finally hit into like the 10.5 cent zone. That's great. I need it to be able to hold. The problem is you have a pretty strong resistance at 9.6 cents, and you can see prices now flirting with it. Now, this is a fresh month, plenty of time for it to happen. Plenty of time for it to, even potentially go to 25 cents. But like, we didn't even get the daily close. Let's start with the daily close. If it gets to the daily close above here, things are going to look pretty solid. It's going to look pretty solid for continued upside. Where would we look? Obviously, the next spots of close liquidity going to be 11.1 cents. And then right there, November 22's high at 15.16. So these, if we do see just that only up breakout, likely great take profits right around there, resistances, as other market participants are likely going to. If we don't get a good close, if we get rejected by this resistance, which is still possible. Let's look at the retracement. 618, I don't really like where it is. I almost want to just like change it so it isn't there. Like this is the true one. This is the true one from the swing low to swing high. I don't like that it's right there at the bottom of this wick, because I believe if Doge does return to that value, it's kind of effed for a while. Like if you see it totally retrace this rally, that's really, really bearish. Like that would be like very bearish. You'd probably see a new low. That would be bad. I'm not leaning in that camp yet. I'm not leaning in that camp yet. That's why I don't like where that 618 is. If it gets there, it's already like kind of on the way down. Actually, it's a little bit lower. I hear some subscribers. I like it. I will shout you out. Give me uno segundo. Ah, shit. 618 is exactly on the way. Yeah, that's why I wanted to try to take it from somewhere else. So let's look here. This is pretty nice. I like that. This is a lot chiller. It's right at our daily order block, 8.2 cents. Honestly, I'm going to do the thing I hate. I said this earlier. If Doge starts retracing, if it rejects from 9.6 cents, this is likely an area that, I mean, I'm not going to take this trade because I got my Doge way lower, and I'll be buying in BTC pair, not USD. Not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. Like this 6 cent area, if you were doing some kind of DCA strategy, maybe not a bad area to look to like begin that. Not all in or something. We don't do all ins and all outs in this channel, but not a bad area. Not a bad area at all. Not a bad price. People were paying 10x that in 2021. All the way up to 75 cents. Now down at like 7. Wouldn't be bad. Doge isn't going anywhere. That I can tell you. I can't promise you Doge will moon forever, but I can tell you it's not going anywhere. If it wasn't going to last, it wouldn't have ever made it to this pump. Because people hated it. They hated it, man. But not a bad spot. If you fall back below, the chart does look really weird, and I'm not really sure what pattern it's going for. I have to lean with the up. I have to lean with the up. I mean, maybe you get that. That could look pretty all right, too. This is like the only other kind of bullish scenario I can imagine here is a rejection there, and then you hit a higher low, maybe right on that order block, and then you go back and you reject to a higher low, and you go back and you've weakened it, and then you finally make that move to 11. And that's really the only path I see. If it gets down here, I think it's nuked. But as long as the BTC pair is trending up, and I will be the first to admit, we have inefficient price action here that we're filling in. It does look like the BTC pair wants some more upside. That could translate into USD upside, depending on what Bitcoin's doing. So Doge is a spicy chart. Highly recommend you pay attention to it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little, man, it feels weird. I almost feel like, what's the point? Because like we've been so far into this episode and we haven't even talked about Bitcoin. It's so unlike me. So unlike me. That's all right. It's because I'm in a good mood. I'm not going to lie, guys. Hopefully I've like convinced you or tricked you into appearing cheerier over the last few months. But dude, seasonal depression this year. And I wasn't even like depressed or anything. I don't usually get seasonal depression, but this winter sucked, man. It was just brutal where I live. The winds were 30 miles an hour. Didn't matter what the temperature was. It was freezing out. And I just wasn't in the best mood. Just wasn't feeling good. And it's supposed to be 75 here all week. Soon May will be here. I'll be traveling to Texas. I'll be traveling to Estonia. There's some good weather and springs ahead. And it's typically a spicy time for crypto. So I'm feeling good. Let's all put our energy together for each other now that we have 420 likes, which we do. 460. We just need 40 more for a bigger giveaway next stream. And let's just give each other our good energy and hope that lasts. And let's especially send it to people who live places where it's still crappy out. My heart goes out to you. All right, so I'm going to do the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to tell you why I entered this trade. Let's actually take a peek at it because we're an hour in. People they weren't here at the beginning. They don't know what I'm talking about. What do they mean trade? This guy and I trades up. He's LARPing. Where is he? Did I close the tab? I guess I closed the tab. That's odd. I don't remember doing that. But I will. I'll explain to you the trade. I'm going to do like a quicker Bitcoin analysis than usual. Then we'll do the giveaway, and then I'll take a peek at XRP for you guys. How's that sound? And when we do the giveaway, we'll do some chat, take some questions, some Q&A, see what you guys are looking at, etc. I have to pull up that exchange again because for some reason I closed it. I've been trying to make a habit of closing tabs. I've noticed it's good. It's just good for my computer to close tabs. I've become a tab junkie. Okay. Okay. There we go. Not the biggest trade in the world, but it's a few grand. But a great entry. Great entry. I've moved the stop up now into profit, mostly just because I'm being a bitch. Yeah. Mostly. But solid entry. 27.2. Now, why 27.2? Why in the world, Tom? That doesn't make any sense, Tom. You talk about these concepts all the time, and then it's like you look like you had support at like 27.6. Why did you all of a sudden go at 27.2 instead of 27.6? It doesn't make sense. Well, I'm gonna shout out ICT, and that's Inner Circle Trading. Inner Circle Trader. I don't know if he's a crypto guy. If anybody knows this guy, hook it up. Hook a brother up. I mean, he's big on YouTube. He has 500,000. I'm pretty sure he's just like a markets guy. It's like S&P 500 review. Drawdown mitigation. Yeah, those are all stocky terms. Let's see. Does he stream live? Yeah, he streams live. Seems like it's been a few days. I don't see anything crypto related. That's okay. Markets are markets, man. But shout out to him. I have been making shorts. If you guys haven't checked out the shorts playlist, definitely do. They're fire. Not right now, after the show. And one of the most popular topics right now has been ICT or SMC, and that's Inner Circle Trader and smart money concepts. I'm surprised by them because, yes, as I tell you guys all the time, I try to keep my trading dynamic. I'm always trying to incorporate new tools, always trying to fit something in, whether it be the moon cycles, maybe some little astrology. There's actually something really interesting in the astrology side for markets right now that I'll share with you guys at some point, but I know most of you guys don't care. And I'm not an astrology guy, guys. I don't like believe in any of that or anything, but random chance. I was talking to someone who has no idea what I do, and they brought it up specifically. I'll tell you about it then. But it has to do with currency. I thought that was hella interesting. And the date is the same date as Balaji's $1 million bet. So it's kind of spicy, but we'll get to that later. So shout out to ICT SMC. It has been a tool that I am adding to my permanent tool belt. A lot of tools, they're transitory. Use them for a little bit. You're like, this ain't really for me. Like for me, harmonics just didn't really jive with them. Didn't really play out for me. I just like didn't have success with them. These concepts just align with the way I already looked at the charts so well and filled in something that I didn't even realize I was missing. So they don't use trend lines really, or maybe they use horizontals, but it's very different technical analysis with many new concepts, and my shorts cover those concepts, so check them out. They're very good. But this trade, let me see if I can find the chart. There we go. So this was while we were trading here. We're all the way back here. All the way back here. And yes, someone pointed this out on Twitter. Haha, wrecked or something. Whatever, bro. I don't give a shit. I get wrecked all the time. We were looking for it to continue farther down. I think it was over here. I was looking for it to stair step down. But we did place this arrow. So at that point, we didn't have any of this price action. It looked something like this. And I moved it really far to the side. And it pointed down here to what is 27.1. The reason being, we've talked about it a lot. I've said the words fair value gap. I've said inefficient price action. If you don't understand or know what I'm talking about, you can just kind of equate them to the same thing. People that are into ICT probably will argue with me, but close enough. Basically, it's inefficient price action. We saw very inefficient price action. That is a reason, on top of our indicators, that we were looking for price to move back down that day. Our indicators didn't look good. It looked heated, and this was very inefficient on the way up. We did this together, and I remember looking at this and going, man, we got a fat fair value gap down here on the 4 hour. That's pretty fat. And we placed this arrow. It's right. It's 27 too. So again, just a rehash. Inefficient price action on the way up doesn't guarantee you come back, but I'd say 9 out of 10 times you do. And of course, that one time you don't is usually when you make a huge move in one direction, when you just like blast off or dump down to oblivion. But we just identified the 4-hour fair value gap down here, and it was that easy. Basically, a lot of the concepts, and I'm not shilling him, though I mean, the man deserves some cred because I've been trading for years. I've been staring at charts for like 7 years, and I make up my own concepts. I make up my own stuff. They can make up bullish kissing and different things over time. And so I like it when other people do too, at least when it's in reality and it seems to play out well. The dude has some good ideas. And the basis of all of it that I like is essentially, instead of approaching the chart looking at horizontals, looking at trend lines and saying, okay, well, price will come here and we'll look, at this support and this trend line and we'll look to take a position there. It doesn't use that. What it's basically doing, and the most gist of gist, is saying, all right, price moved up. What do you think happened? People opened longs. People bought. Price moved up, right? Easy. So where do you think, if you opened a long, where would your stop loss be? And what I liked about this fair value gap is right about there. That's like, I remember looking at this and being like, if I took a long right now, aiming for like a new, higher high in this month or whatever, I would want my stop loss down here at 27.2. And over the years, I've noticed, I'm sure you guys have noticed, a lot of the time, it feels like price moves to your stop loss and then it just reverses and it continues on the trend. And you were right in the direction, but you were wrong in your stop loss placement in your entry. And so, without getting into complex, a lot of it is about the engineering of liquidity, which is a topic I'm trying to talk about and bring up more. But I think the easiest way to understand for day 0 of hearing about this is look for basically, if you're going to take a position, where would you stop it out? So like right here, it's March 29th today. If you were to take a short, where would you stop it? You'd probably stop it over here in March 22nd's high, like 28.8, right? Logical. You open a short here, probably going to stop it at the high because you think if it breaks high, it's going to keep going. Let's just play these candles. I'm going to go back. You going to go back for me? I don't know how you rewind. Jump to here. There we go. So right here, this is where you'd likely place the stop for your short, right? Watch. Boom. Right there. Right there. Wicks hits the stops. Turns around. Where does it go? Boom. It's fair value gap. Like, the more I think about it, the more I realize I have been watching this in front of my eyes for years and just not putting it together and just not, like, I've like slowly inched onto the whole like enter where you put your stop thing. But when I heard these concepts and started making videos about them, it just like clicked for me. And I don't want you guys to think that, oh, you can just go learn that. You can just go learn ICT or SMC and all of a sudden you're the best trader in the world. No. Like, you can't just learn that and all of a sudden you're going to be profitable and the best. No. But what I think it is if you are a trader, especially if you haven't ever heard of these concepts, it's such a great, like, complementary tool because it really is one of the first things that has significantly impacted the way I view charts. So shout out to them. If anybody is in that community or knows them, I would love to meet the dude. I'd love to reach out to him and chat with them. I think I sent him an email. I'll double check after the live. I don't know. But there you go. That is it. And what's really spicy is literally, and this is totally by chance. By no means am I pretending I called it at that candle. It's actually literally right where the arrow was, which is pretty spicy. But what we saw there is is the same thing twice. It's like we saw a move up, we saw the stops run on shorts, and then we saw the move down and the stops run on longs. Whipping leverage positions out. What I think that suggests, and now this is leaving the realm of ICT, I believe, is that we're seeing either consolidation or accumulation, right? But what we're seeing is a contraction of volatility. We're likely to see one more move. before we see an explosive move. So what I mean by that is, in my opinion, we're going up. I think we're gonna. I don't think we're done with this rally for this year, personally. I don't think we see below 19.5 this year. Well, I won't say this year. I don't think we see below 19.5 before we see much higher numbers. Put it that way. It's possible, but I don't want to get to that. What this suggests to me when I see this kind of contraction is this. We are likely, and I will concede, that could be it. That could be it. But what would fit better is this. So if this would be the bullish scenario, it's to sweep down here that you already have. You did sweep. You had basically a double bottom. You swept it by a little bit before going to a new high. We were looking at a diamond pattern back here that didn't play out. I have that pulled up somewhere. There you go. That didn't play out, but guess what, guys? I have really bad news. We're still in a diamond, baby. We're still in a mother trucking diamond. Literally. We went from swing low to swing high. We went from swing low to swing high. It just moved over. We're still in it. We can't escape this hell. My opinion, that would be the bullish take. You'd sweep the liquidity low. You'd stop out longs. You'd bait in shorts, and then you'd rally price. The bearish version, though I will also concede again. Sorry, I want to get rid of some of this. I'll concede again that maybe that was here because we had multiple highs. We broke our high and then we fell. So that could have already been swept. But the bearish version, in my opinion, would be this, is we actually see a move that hits our highs one more time. Let me make this look all right. Something like this. So I don't know, just under 30K again, 29.5. And then you drop, you see a very muted bounce, probably at the equilibrium right around here. It's like 27.7. I would say if we hit 30K and fall below 27.2, I would probably look for a short here. That being said, sweep here, dump, you get the smallest late short punishment, and then you get the big move. You get the big move. That big move is what the bears are dreaming about. I don't think that is what is the most likely scenario. For anyone new, I am a perma bull. However, guys, you see, even in the last TA here, I don't always bet up. I don't always think price is going up. But I do favor it because I think it's better. If you want to see the bullium, so this is the barium. Opium. Barium. 22.7, 23.8. With a little dicking around that 200 weekly. Let's move this over just so it doesn't look so weird. There we go. Something like this. Here's your barium. I'll balance it out with my bullium because at least at the moment the bullium is still completely valid. This is from March 15th. We've been watching it almost every day. We haven't had a lot of volatility. But here's your bullium. I guess I deleted the image. So what we're looking at here, if for people who might not be familiar, is a pattern. It's called a bullish megaphone. What it is essentially a series of higher highs and lower lows. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the bullish megaphone, because there is a bearish megaphone, it just would look like this. That'd be the bearish megaphone. Bullish megaphone is basically when you create the 5 right here, and that's when you break above your trend, your high trend, and you still need to do 2 more things. You need to move to a higher high, which we did. I was looking for 29.6. We only got to 29.178. So I mean that would really suck like that, man. That would blow. Let's not will that into existence. Anyway, a little shy, but we did on March 27th back test. So that was what we needed. We needed a higher high and we needed a back test of the trend. So now all we have to do to remain in this pattern and continue to look for upside is not break our low, which is why a low liquidity sweep here would suck. And maybe why it should happen if we're going to go higher. Oop, something like that. Because we don't want to fall back under that trend. If we fall back under the trend and we do the bear scenario, we are falling with high probability. It's like we're falling at minimum to where we looked around here. This is like the 618 retracement. But then once you fall back in the wedge, you have the bottom of the wedge in play again. And that's all the way down at your lows. Like these are both possible. What I like about this and what makes it more useful than saying, but Tom, you're saying up or down, duh, is we can say that this is no longer valid and we're no longer looking for this long before we get that move, right? Honestly, the 200 weekly, if we trade below it again before we move higher, it better be a wick. It better be a wick on the day. You close the day below. If it doesn't just fire back up above it instantly in bullish engulf, like, you're in trouble. That's quick. You're in trouble. You're looking to retest your lows. So there's your barium and your bullium. Bullium, of course, tastes better. It has less calories as well. Gets you a lot higher. Good to go. All right. Now we're going to read the chat as I awkwardly plug this in because my headphones are dying. That means I got to get a new pair. We still have 500 watching. I'll take that. I mean, that's good numbers. Guys, it's cutting close. I said we will double the giveaway for the next stream if, and it's noon was the time. It was like 45 minutes ago. If we got 500 likes. We have 497 viewers and 494 likes. Those are great numbers, but we need 4 more likes, and then we'll double the giveaway for the next stream. You only have 7 minutes. Don't be stingy. Don't be greedy. So let me pull up the chat here, and while I do that, I will... Oh! I almost thought I was, like, doxing myself for a second. I was like, did I just pull up personal... What the hell, Brave? That's a weird-ass loading screen. We're going to use this comment picker. Giveaway on your YouTube account. You know, I'm going to look into this, too. Apparently... Literally just because you can do something with crypto on this site, and I will tell you I randomly chose this site. I didn't know that. I noticed it like the second time we did giveaway. I'm going to look into this because that'd be cool too. That'd be a cool thing to do. I'll look into that after year. But we will randomly fetch it. A comment. Oh, that's from this stream. You can't have commented on the stream yet because it hasn't ended. Chatting live and comments are different. Just FYI. Let me really quick make sure. Yep, Dean Putin, I see you commented an hour ago. YouTube randomly decided to censor it. YouTube randomly just filters out comments. If your comments don't show up sometimes, I have no idea why. Sometimes I have an idea why, because you use words you shouldn't be using. Most of the time, I have no idea. It's just like decide, like you just put UID in a number, and it was like, meh, it's kind of shady, bro. I don't know how I feel about that. That number, like some kind of code. All right, so I put the URL in there. Let me see what's in the chat. Let's finish this poll up. 16% still saying April sucks. So far I like April. All right. So what are you guys looking at? What's on your mind? We're gonna look at XRP next after we do the giveaway. By the way, I guess I should preface. So at this point, it's too late to enter for the giveaway for this one, but that's okay because if we get 500 likes in the next, well, if we get literally 2 more. There we go, 530, 540. You guys were holding out on me this whole effing time, but look at that. 537 likes, and now all of a sudden we have 525 viewers. Huh. Engagement is not placebo. YouTube very much cares about engagement. As soon as the likes go up, so do the viewers. You guys are killing it. Thank you. I'll go over this for the next stream. So, all you have to do to be eligible is this. Pinned to the top of the chat, there is a link. It says $100 giveaway today. Sign up. Has my link. You have to use my link. If you don't use my link, they won't give it to you. You have to be signed up under mine. So when you click it, it'll say, do you want to leave YouTube? That's up to you. That's up to you guys. But I'll do it for you to make, show you. And it's not going to bring you, I don't know, somewhere weird. This is what it'll bring you to. It's my page. Sign up here. There is big deposit bonuses. You have to deposit a lot. We are going to be doing something with giveaways like for accounts that have been funded with any amount. So I do recommend, guys, if you have an account on Fairdesk, and especially if you sign up for multiple accounts, which you shouldn't do if you're trying to game the system, they know. Deposit any amount into them, like $5, $1, I don't know. Just anything more than 0, a penny. And going forward, we're going to figure out some kind of giveaways for like that to encourage people to have like accounts that are active. But anyway, sign up using this link. That's all. So after this live stream, to be eligible for the next one, when the stream's over, you'll be able to comment. Permanent comments, not in the chat, permanent comments. You just put something, maybe something nice. You enjoyed the stream. You didn't enjoy the stream. Tom's great. Tom's a goat. I'll take it all. And then your user ID. That's all you have to do in the comments, and then we randomly select them. And some people probably don't know what a user ID is because they're not that familiar with exchanges. Hopefully I don't dox myself here. So all you do is go here. It says user ID. You just click this little button. There you go. Copied. It should be 6 numbers. That's it. That's all you have to do. So it's too late for this one, but it's not too late for the next one. And we hit 500 before noon, and so we'll be giving away $200, maybe even more. We'll see. It's 200 minimum now. So this one's for 100. Let's find our winner. Can we get a drum roll? Let's get a drum roll. Wow, viewership. I don't trust YouTube ever, man. It just said there's 525. Now it says 433. I don't know what to believe, man. I hope it's you. Do you guys think we should have a rule that if you win, that you can't win again for a certain amount of time? To be honest, I don't think so, because I want people to keep doing it. And, like, it shouldn't be... I don't think that, like, someone should be punished. Not punished, but, like, not win just because, like, not a lot of people do it. I want more people to do it. That's the whole point. No. You're right. No. Look, all the winners. Look at all the winners. No, dude. Nah, dude. Nah, don't worry. Don't worry, man. Nah, dude. Tom is great. Tom is fantastic. Tom has sunglasses from Cheap Plastic. It doesn't quite rhyme, but it's still poetic. Actually, these are not the cheapest. These are not the cheapest. They're not super expensive. We're the cheaper one. I don't want to get up because you guys will leave. Show you. I'll show you. It'll be a good shill. Let's do the giveaway first. Ready? Cross your fingers. I hope it's you. Let's pick a winner. A Zippo. That's a new winner. To the moon. I like that answer, man. I'm gonna send that on over right meow. Congrats. Congratulations to Zippo. I hope you win next time. You out there. You personally. No, I'm not talking to everyone. I'm talking to you. Hope you win next time. It's bullshit. You haven't won this. You haven't won yet. You will. Just keep trying. All right, I'm sending that off. Sent to the people. All right, so my shill. So let's pull this up. Let's put a poll too. This would be a good synergy. Good synergism. Synerjazz. You like jazz? Shit. Okay, so I want to... I'm segueing into Bitcoin 2023, the conference. Should I ask... Have you been... Yeah. Have you ever been to a crypto conference? In person? Yes. No. Let's say... Yes. A few? Yes. Once? Nope. I want to know you guys, if you actually have gone. I don't blame you if you haven't. I've been to a lot, and to be honest, I'm going to give you the alpha on it. What I was getting into, because you said cheap plastic. So these ones are a little less cheap plastic, but these babies at the next conference I go to, I ordered a few of them. I will admit they're a little cheaper than mine, but I don't think they're actually any worse made at all. They're just all black, and you can see mine are blue. But these cost me less to get a bunch of them. I will be giving out in person quite a few of these. All you have to do is take a picture with me wearing them in person. I don't know how many. I want to bring like 100, but I don't know how many I'm going to be able to like realistically bring on an airplane and stuff. But these could be yours, baby. And the segue to all of that was I'm going to Bitcoin 2023 in Miami in May. And I want you guys to go. Let's pull up their site. TikTok, baby. I hate these timers and shit. I hate it. It's so much pressure. Please don't feel pressured. Please don't, like, I don't know. I hate that kind of marketing. That's okay. But it's in Miami. It is May 18th to the 20th. Just 2 days. Miami's great. I'll give you the down low. The conferences themselves, I struggle sometimes to pay attention because I have ADD mostly. But they can be dry. They can be technical. But that isn't why you go. You go because there are crazy awesome parties. And not like, I'm not even saying raves, although there have been raves. Trippy Labs threw a freaking mind-blowing rave What? Where was I? I can't even remember. Well, last time I was in Miami. Mind blowing. Oh my God. I thought I was at a music festival. It was crazy. Probably won't have a rave here at this, but there is like everything from kind of your party to like upscale just networking. And everyone there is there to talk about crypto and everyone's passionate about it. And so, like I'm saying, the events themselves, you know, buy a ticket if you want to go. Use my link. The video description below has it. Put it in the chat. Use my promo code CROWN. Gives you like 10% off. The price on these is rough. So, I mean, I understand. Love to see some of you guys if you show up. I don't know. Show up anyway. Love to see some of you guys. Love to see you join me there. You use my link to sign up, but I'll be there. And I'll be giving away these babies. We'll see how many I can fit in my luggage. But hopefully some of you guys join. I actually totally forget where I was going with that. It turned out to be a Bitcoin Miami shill. But that's okay. I love Miami. It's one of my favorite spots. But again, I think what I wanted to like really do is like people, you wouldn't know this if you haven't gone. I wouldn't see the poll. 94%. Okay, it's only 100 votes though. It's not a lot. But still, 94. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Honestly, I'll be real with you guys because I'm always real with you guys. Like I don't pay. Like usually, I don't pay anything to go. Like when I've gone to like Decentral and I can't think on the spot. But when I've gone to other events, like they'll pay for my flight and my hotel and my ticket. And a lot of the time, that's the only reason I go because they aren't that interesting and the tickets are very expensive. I don't know if I would. Maybe in the bull market, all right, but like in the bear market, I don't know. But it's gonna be a good time, and if you do go to one, I would say go to Bitcoin 23 because it is wild. It's transformed the whole city. But the secret DL is the value is not the panels. The value is all the networking that goes on. Like I have met senators. I have met, and it's not because like I'm famous or something. You know, like it's not because of who I am. It's just like those people are just there and they're accessible. I mean, be cool, but like. That's the thing. The networking and the events are awesome, and I love them, and they're worth going to. I don't know if it's worth it for you individually to get a ticket and go. It's up to you if you can afford it, if it's something you want to do. But like, there's something special about going to like a crypto event. It's like the first time in your life where everyone around you knows what you're talking about. You know, like when you're with your friends and you're like, "Oh shit, Doge, he did it." Elon changed Twitter's logo to a Doge and it just went up 20% today. And your friends are like, what? What are you talking about, Tom? Stop talking about that. I don't know what that is. Like, that doesn't happen, right? Like, everyone's there. Everyone's nerding out for the same reasons. And there's just something really nice about it. You feel accepted. You feel normal. So there you go. There's my shill. It was honest. That's all. I do want to see what you guys are looking at. I don't think we looked at XRP. We'll look at XRP. RP. Let me really fast. I'm not even going to narrate this. I haven't looked at it today. Let me just edge through here and not explain anything. So far, I'm not loving what I'm seeing up to like the 2 hour. It gets sketchy, but not bearish, but sketchy. Like you either get a strong upside reversal or you're actually rolling over there. What in the actual F12 hour? Just run already, bro. Stop doing this. Just run. VWAP up. 12 hours looking. 12 hours looking interesting. I wouldn't be surprised to see 27.8 hit before the end of the day. Would that stop me out? Would that stop me out? Close the thing again. I'm never going to learn. Oh! There we go. On Fairdesk, 28,000. I showed you this limit order at the start. It looks like it filled, and we're already losing money, baby. Down $17. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. $17. I need a stop loss on this. Oh, I can't believe I didn't put a stop loss on this. I don't like this higher. Like the flat top, higher. Here's where the liquidity is. There's the fair value gap. It's been mostly filled. 27.8. So what happens about 7863. All right, that's fine. That's fine. There we go. There we go. I didn't know that it filled. Pull up the other one. That one in much better position. I wish I was a fish. I wish I would have obviously done that on both. This one's still healthy. Healthy. 51%. It's technically, I think it's down from when we started, but not. Oh, of course it is. Price has gone down, but not a ton. 27. Upwise. I literally just said I think it's gonna go to 27.8, and then did you guys catch that? And then I put the stop at 27.863. I don't feel comfortable with that. Don't know if I want to go down to 27. 141. All right, I'll take it. We're up 40% on this account. But it's like, if you go there, then why am I not just going to take the same one at 27.2 or something, you know? What are the tools? At one point, I didn't think there were tools. Oh, guys, so just so you know, a lot of people have been confused about Fair Desk, and I admit I was confused as well. They're like, where are the tools? So there's this little blue thing here. I don't know if you can see it. Right here. If you click it, it has all the tools of TradingView. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to actually notice that. Not gonna lie. But just in case you were wondering. Definitely make sure that you have fib levels based on log scale. I guess that's selected. I can't really tell. If you're on a log scale, maybe that's why it wouldn't let me select it. Just make sure, because it'll default not to. It looks like this site's defaulted to regular as well. 25 reversal, 27, 278. I hate my stop. I hate the entry. I hate my entry there. I just don't like it. All right, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm done with that. Wouldn't surprise me to see the 12-hour trade down there. Wouldn't surprise me. But 12-hour, this VWAP is at 0. Money flow is positive, and momentum is dancing. I don't know what it's doing. It's dancing. This isn't the best. It does look like further downside of momentum. But with this VWAP coming in strong off of a lower or a higher low, it's going to have some momentum to push it up. Now, I think the day actually looks like crap again, because somehow, some way, despite getting our rollover signal. Actually, you know what? I wonder if we didn't, and I just was ahead of myself. We didn't. I mean, you could have said that. You could have said that, and that would have caught you this move. But I don't usually do that. I thought when I looked at this last that this was lower, and I thought that that was our rollover signal. Does not appear so. It has moved back down. So that's ugly. You got a lower low on the money flow. And not only is it a lower low, it's the second consecutive lower low on money flow. See, we moved positive very briefly. Not a great sign. Definitely not bullish. Only one thing is okay, and that's VWAP. VWAP has at least somewhat indicated that that drop has lost some momentum, or at least that the average weighted price that's been traded is above price right now, which does tend to put upside pressure on markets, or we observe it putting upside pressure on markets, I will say. This is a bunch of sideways chop, though. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Damn, 91. I wish we... 400 viewing. We have 508 viewers, though. That's not bad. Or likes, that's not bad. I wish we had like 1,000 today. I want to know, is it really only 1 out of 10 of us have gone to an event? I totally understand. 4 have gone to a few. 5 have gone once. Out of all of them, I would say Bitcoin 23. I mean, I love Decentral as well, but you guys know I'm not an NFT, bro. I do go to them, but it's not my jam. All right. I'm done ranting. I'm done railing. I'm going to read the chat for a little bit. We don't have a lot of people here. It's nice and comfortable. It's nice and cozy. We haven't tweeted anything today. Is there something we should tweet, guys? I think it's a missed opportunity to not tweet while live. Let's see the charts through his goggles. Old man Bills. Ooh, whose goggles? Michael Saylor for POTUS. I like Michael Saylor. I love Michael Saylor, but I don't want to be the president. 90% haven't gone to a crypto event. I guess everyone is locked in their mom's basement. XMMGX. To be fair, I don't know if you've gone to one, but dude, I've seen some crazy ticket prices. Like crazy ticket prices on some of these. Like I like it. No matter how much I liked it, I've seen prices where I was like, I'd never pay that. I'd never pay that. Like we're talking like $1,000 just for like a ticket. And it's not like it doesn't come into anything. Just like a ticket. What's up, Enzo Cryptos? Gabber. Ravekar. Same as Binance. What did I miss? What up, Crypto Gamer? And Joshua Tree. Good to see you, my friend. Bears are coming for you, says Steven. Must know the secret, though. I'm already going for the Bears. They just don't know it. Doing a big loop-de-loop. All right. Talking crypto. The in-between talking crypto with outsiders is a pain in the ass. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Crypto is rough for relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, even family relationships. It's rough. You will annoy the shit out of everyone around you for a while. But I promise, if you stick with it, you'll get past it. Like, at some point, you just like, I don't know, you learn. You're like, these people don't care. And you know what? You don't want to talk to people who don't care about it. You want to talk to people who do. That's why I was slanging. Like, honestly, yeah, I make like some commission if you use my link to go to the buy a ticket and being upfront. But I don't care. Like, I don't know if I've ever gotten money. Like, I've sold tickets, but I'm not sure anyone's ever given me any because like I don't sell a ton. I don't care about it. It would be cool to see some of you guys there. That's like, that's it. I don't really care if you use my link. It'd just be cool to see some of y'all. Let me see. I see Greedio21. I haven't seen you before, my friend. What's up? Just regular Matthew and Nos BK. Orange Glad showed up. Patrick Simpson showed up. Pepito. My Pepito. And the Real Housewife of Crypto. My new favorite person is still here. Good to see you. TD Tesla. Did you finally get an alert? Hopefully. Tiago. What's up, Tiago? Wafu Hunter. I am your champion today, Wafu Hunter. I'm Wafu Tom today, man. I have to parent, no conference for you. Real Housewife Crypto. Well, that's way more important. Absolutely way more important. Yeah, I really wasn't like trying to push them. What I was trying to do is like give the insight of where the value actually is at them. Because I know if I paid a ton of money and only went to the panels, like to the thing, I would leave very mad. I'd be like, this was a scam. But luckily, there's crazy other stuff going on. Makes it fun. And like, you don't have to be me to go to it. Like, some of it, baby. Some of it. No, almost everything is like open. Very, very few things are like private, invite only. Real Housewife of Crypto. I love that. I love that. Something you have to do together, crypto, with your significant other, your family, your friends. Unfortunately, just no one in my life, despite my saying, Tom, we're worried about you, you're going to lose all your money, you're obsessed with crypto years ago. And then those people coming to me in 2021 and saying, Tom, you're so lucky. How did you get so lucky? Because I saw how much money I was up. Despite all that, despite that entire cycle, not a single person in my close life is like into crypto. But I agree with you. She said basically something you should do together. Your husband got you into it, and now you do the trading while he runs the company. I think that's awesome. That's like a heartwarming story. Shout out to you and your husband. That's dope. Power. Power, queen. Power. What's up, D-Do? For you. One. You sold all your Bitcoin and Ultra around 29K. And since then, you've been to Bits here to buy back in. Any advices, please? I mean, hey, you know what? I'd be scared. The price is lower than when you sold, so that's a good thing. You're up in that sense. So you're not in the position usually when people ask this when they're, I sold at, what was the first stop? What was our first, I can't even remember now. What was our first little stop? Like, I sold at 22K. Now it's at 28 and I don't know what to do and I'm freaking out. That's normally what people do. I can't give you financial advice, obviously. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have the certifications to tell you what to do with your money. But what I would do with my money, and this is maybe a sneaky way of getting around this or not. No, it's not, because this is just truth. What I would do if I was in that scenario is I would just look to DCA back in slowly. Now, DCA is typically just a timed buy, weekly, daily, monthly, whatever it is, of a consistent amount. That is the typical DCA. The way I like to DCA is, instead of having any timing involved, especially since you liquidated your assets, you have the cash, it's probably still on exchange. What I like to do... Oh no, I'm going to get interrupted.
Would you guys go to a Web3 music festival? Think EDC plus crypto companies, but with no talks and 2 days full of dancing. Asking for a friend, slightly smiling face.
Michael H is actually the one dude in here. Well, maybe there's more I don't know about, but the one dude in here who actually can make this happen. Actually, we need Cody Codes. Michael, only if Cody Codes is there and performing. It is Tom Crown's demand. But I could know that sounds dope. One issue I would have, and this is like me being a parent of you guys right now, is I would be worried about like specifically people knowing that like people are into crypto at a rave, and boys, I know my raves. I love my raves. The mindset you're in, you're very vulnerable. Something, I mean, that's true, always and everywhere you go. But like, that would be a concern that I would want to hear more from you, Michael, about like kind of covering that. But outside of that, LFG, let's do it. We can call it Crypto Man or something instead of Burning Man. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with other cool names. We can crowdsource it. I would go. Absolutely. You guys would see me slossed out of my mind. Don't ask me chart questions when I'm sloshed out of my mind. I don't know what I'll answer with. I'll be like, purple. Is it going up or down? Purple. Let me finish what I was saying. I like that though, Michael. I hope people are down. We'll do a vote, because clearly my audience, at least this is the smallest viewership we've had in months. That's okay. It's the best. Not a lot of votes. It's not a good sample size, but it looks like 1 in 10 have gone. Let's do the poll the other way, Michael, just for you. Would you go to an EDM, crypto, Web3, ravey, and I'll just say festy. Is there a ring? Zap. Let's do a poll. We're only gonna get like 100 votes. There we go. See what you guys think. I'm curious. Wait, let me finish what I was saying. For my dude. So DCA typically is done via time, but I prefer it, and the way I have done this is literally the strategy that I used. Took me, obviously not day one, but developed this over time. Because I believe doing it this way can give you like a more, you can be calmer while you do it. So instead of doing it on time, which is a great way, you can do it that way. But you instead, if you have your capital on exchange still, good, you can set limit buy orders. Limit buy orders. It has to be limit buy orders, and this is just spot, no leverage. What I did is I said limit buy orders, and basically I just layered them down to the price that I didn't want Bitcoin to go. The last time I had fills was in March of 2020. I had fills all the way down to $500 because that's where I didn't want price to go. Obviously, they didn't fill, but I got to fill at 6,000, 5,500, 5,000, 4,500, 4,000. I didn't get 3,500, I don't think. So what that's doing, though, is that's DCAing based on price versus time. Now, there is risk, of course, in that as well. The risk is different. The risk is, well, if price doesn't go down, now you're stuck in cash with price going up. If it doesn't go down, it's going up. That's the other side of the coin. So you pretty much have to figure out where you cut it. What value that is for you. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's why regular DCA is powerful and good and a great way to do it, because it doesn't take any knowledge, doesn't take any skill. It's literally just setting a regular... It's the exact same thing as the way you contribute to a 401k. It's like a little bit of your paycheck just comes out. Just goes there. That's DCA. You're DCA into your 401k, you don't even know it. Didn't mean to go on that long. Security is paramount. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love for the EDM. No, I won't even say EDM. I want to say rave. Because EDM is not the only rave. There's jam. There's dub. There's grunge. There's... I'm drawing blanks. There's other kinds of raves. But I would love to see like the rave music community and crypto people together. They're the right demographic. They got open minds. And they like to have fun. We need them. We need them. What's up, Justin Rudy? Enzo Crypto, thanks for the shout out. You've been asking many times for KLV USDT. I understand that. I'm kind of pontificating. I have a lot of people here. I'm trying to just like interact with people, doing kind of a Q&A while we just watch Bitcoin do nothing until I turn the stream off, then it'll move. What's up? Does it matter? You would love to see me smashed? Depends on what I'm smashed on. Alcohol, I'm like, I'm fine. Everyone else is like blackout drunk at this point. I'm fine. And I have like one more beer and I'm just grumpy. Usually everyone else is smashed though. I'm 100% Irish, so it's like I don't feel it until it's too late. Any other kind of smash like I would be at a music time? Oh, I'm a great time. I'm a good time. It's my friendliest. CEO, Bitcoin never paid anybody to vouch for him. Amen. Rico, if you plan on going to Web3 Music Festival, buy a ticket to a normal festival and watch the Cringe Fest on YouTube. So Rico, Michael actually, he works with Decentral. I realize I talk not some shit. I was talking about Bitcoin in Miami. I'll talk about Decentral then too. But he is like one of the main dudes at Decentral, which is a big conference I go to once or twice a year, every year. And so he actually can make this happen. Obviously, you would have to, and that's what I said, join. You'd have to bring on the right artists and the right venue to have like the music rave community want to go. But then you have like a crypto spin on it. You don't, if it's just crypto people, Michael, it will be cringy and weird. 100% coming from a crypto person. Yeah, we just have to find a way to unite a little bit. And we saw a little bit of that with... I'm getting the ones confused in my head. Was it Deadmau? Don't get Deadmau. No, that was at BTC 22. Don't get Deadmau. I used to really like Deadmau, but the show he put on was crap. I don't want to talk crap about him, but... So there you go, Michael. 1 out of 10 have been to a conference, yet 60 out of 40, 6 out of 10 would go to that. So there you go. I mean, that's 91 votes. That's not a sample size, but it is what it is. Raving crypto go hand to hand. Yvonne. I like you. We think similar. We have similar thoughts. I like that. Stick around, darling. Digital Dave. Do you need a trusty sidekick? Absolutely. Can be an amazing addition to your conference. Dave, I want like a big dude with guns to follow me around in a suit. I will negotiate the size. Maybe you don't have to be as big, but like gun and suit and like earpiece and like black shades and arms crossed. And I want you to like do this a lot. Like to people who get close, just be like don't say anything, but just maybe shake your head. It'll make me look real famous. I've always wanted that. I have really tall friends in real life, and we joked about that for years, doing that, and then we never did it. It would have been hilarious. And that was before anyone knew me, and I had any followers, anyone outside of my, like, I don't know, people who lived near me had ever heard of me. Now it would be even more funny. Someday. Someday, my friend. Your wife calls you Friendly Fletch when you get lit. Well, hey, as long as you're friendly, man. As long as you got the good vibes. If Lil Bubble was there, that'd be dope. I don't know who Lil Bubble is, but that doesn't... Usually in crypto, when I said I've never heard of it, that's a bad thing. But in music and raving, and that's not a bad thing. I guarantee the music that I like to rave to, and there's many types that I can enjoy, but like the type I really prefer to, most people probably not gonna be into it. Really heavy dub. Think like Subtronics, my Philly bro. My boy from the East. Subtronics Excision. The Wubs. Oh, that's just the good stuff. That's the good stuff. But I can jam to all kinds of stuff. Even house. Jam is my least favorite, but Jam is also the nicest people. But they're all nice people. If you've never been to a rave, highly recommend it. If you want to see the best of humanity, like of people acting towards people, go to a rave. Tom, why not just meet up at an existing music festival? Shady Knees in Atlanta, baby. Who has a mansion in Atlanta? You have to find like viewers that have like a mansion. Bring a bunch of ladies. What a strange show today. I don't hate it. I'm in a good mood. I'm enjoying just being weird. I'm even enjoying not many people being here because I feel like I can be even weirder. Juggernaut of crypto, bag of fun. Many bags of fun. Ernest of Gaia. You should connect with Alan Walker? You should connect with Alan Walker, Tom? Question mark. Who's Alan Walker? I don't know who that is. Who is it? Stone. I thought it was Dead Mouse. So it is Dead Mouse. I mean, logically, but I think it's Dead Mao. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. He's a Bitcoiner. That's why he was at Bitcoin 2022. Like, he is a Bitcoiner. I don't think he's like super vocal or like activist, but like he has been in Bitcoin, which is cool. And I get it. And it makes sense that he was there, but he put on a show and I was just like, this kind of sucks, man. Like it just wasn't, the vibe wasn't right. He took off his helmet and it's like, I don't know if that was supposed to be endearing or what, but it's just like, no, you're ruining it. Don't do that. I have seen Dead Mouse before and it was an awesome show, but it just wasn't there. It was probably because the crowd was a little different too. But I will say also, I do remember actually rave people that knew nothing about crypto. Some of them did show up to that. Like there were people there that did not know what crypto was. So I think, Michael, if you pitched it right and you got the right venue and you got the right band, you got the right DJs, marketed it right, I might be able to help you. I think it could go well. It'd be cool. People wanted to do like a Doge Palooza in 2021. I don't know if it ever happened. Meekers. How you doing, Meekers? It's been a while, bro. Marry you? I'm sorry, my friend. You and I have different passions, and that's okay. I respect your passion and you respect mine. But I appreciate you. Guy I know who runs a security firm. Pickle, let's hook it up. I want two big dudes, black suits, black sunglasses, earpieces, arms crossed. And I want them to let everyone that we go by know that I am someone. But like, not me, not like Tom Crown, like someone, like pretend I'm someone way famous. Like that's the heir to the light bulb fortune. Like no one can talk to him. His family's worth trillions in lumens. I don't know. I can be your bearded lady. All right. You know, big dude fly around with dollar bill guns. Well, Fletcher, we need one of those as well. We need a whole team, guys. We got to put it together. We're gonna whoever has the mansion, we're all gonna figure it out there. Game plan, safety. Ganja White Knight, Subtronics, Brendan. I have been to both. At what is the venue called? It was I think I saw Ganja White Knight and Subtronics and Excision. I might be getting them mixed up. It was like literally a week before the lockdowns in Philly, like in the COVID lockdowns. It was like days before. It's like I woke up and I was like, uh-oh. I was just around thousands of people like sweating on them. I might be in trouble. Dub should stay in 2014, I'll be honest. Luiso, that's the closest anyone's ever gotten me to upset from a comment on the internet. I like my wubs, man. Everyone likes their own music. Nightmare, I don't know what that is. Minimal techno, I like it all. Like I said, that is like my preferred, like if I need to get primal, that's my preferred. It's like wubby, grungy. But that's not all. You know, it's not all that I'll rave, not all that I've been to. I like a variety. Ever go to Pacha? No. Or Sound Factory? Sound Factory sounds familiar. Crowd's part of the shed, yeah. You do enough music festivals, you try different stuff. I'm digging this, guys. The viewership sucks. Like, absolutely, like, the numbers are terrible. We're at 340. This is like the lowest ever. But this is my favorite stream in a long time. Let's keep talking about this. He pronounces it dead mouse. All right, maybe I'm wrong. You guys know I pronounce everything weird. I think it's dead mow, though. Dead mow. Well, I understand that it is equal to dead mouse. I don't know. Why did I think that? Doesn't really matter. Used to work in raves. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Dead meow. Enzo. All right, bro. KLV. I probably need to have a chart for it. Here's the problem. Is like if I do, like I'll do this, but then my ADD will kick in, and then I'm gone, man. I'm just gone. Like my brain's just somewhere else. I don't circle back to the idea. I don't get to talk about the raves and stuff. This Web3 crypto rave that we're throwing in my imagination right now. This is not really traded on any. It's not a good sign. This is not a good start. This isn't really traded anywhere. Bittrex is like the most reputable of these in my opinion, and Bittrex is going away. Oh, and it has no liquidity. Like, I don't even know where to look at this, bro. Here we go. They have an index. Oh, I love those indexes. All right. All right. All right, Enzo. Enzo, all right. All right. Enzo, all right. Okay, so you do have a lot of inefficiency on the quarterly. Common. There's a little bit of efficiency here. You can see like this long bottom wick and then a, I'll say significant top wick. It's not huge. A little bit of efficiency here. So, I mean, that lines up with your 618. All right, Dyer. I'll just snap it to the candle even. Right there. 3.1. 3.18. Likely profit taking there. On the quarterly, doesn't really look like there's going to be much profit taking, but we'll see when we zoom in a little bit. You definitely want to close above 0.044 on this quarter. You could test it as support. That might be a solid entry. See, I'm already out of the festy talk. You ruined it. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. You're all good. You can see that efficiency here. Again, this is not a very strong efficiency, but it is there. It's notable. It's in between the 5 and the 618, so it's relevant. So let's make this a big old zone. This is probably where I would look if I'd entered. Let's see. See if you entered there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's at 0.008. This is very inefficient on the month. You could, there's some top bottom wicks here. So like maybe there's a little bit, but these are like not big. These are not really in the way of the chart. Yeah, you can see it right here. This isn't really traded anywhere, which is a problem. Like the volume is very low. So you might not have the liquidity to really get in and out, even if you get to these prices. But what I'd be looking at here in the short term, 1 cent. It's not bad. 1 cent. It's pretty good upside, actually. Weekly still looks weird. I wonder if we have to look at that on Bitcoin. I didn't update the weekly. Your daily looks beast. Your daily looks like it's seeking out that $1. In fact, I mean, I'm going to set an alert there because, or not $1. Sorry. Oh, God. If I kept saying $1, 1 cent. 1 cent. God. Now there's going to be clips of me on the internet. Klever's going to $1. It's only 0.008 cents. This guy's crazy. No, a penny. A penny. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Measure and move. Sitting right there in your order block from, that was from the weekly. Problem is, here's what I see. What I like here, you have some efficiency and price action. You have some efficiency and price action. Good. You don't really have it about right here. Starts to get inefficient again. To me, it looks like it's going to run to 1. Not financial advice. This is just my guesstimation. To me, it looks like it wants to run to 1 and then come back and fill that inefficiency. Could go as high as 1, too, but I'll say 1 because psychological is always a good bet. And what do you come down? It's going to come down to the market. You'd be hoping and praying you get a bounce at like 0075 off that 236 shallow retrace, give you some power. You're going to have built some kind of support though here. So that might be an interesting entry potential. I would not personally look to play that 15% upside to 1 penny. If I was already in a position, I would. If I was in a position closer to like 0.6, I would. But not from here. The reason being is this. So let's say you market order in FOMO right now, right? Your upside's 33%, your downside's 29%. So 1.12 risk to reward. That's not good. That's not a good risk to reward. It's not a good risk to reward. If you're able to get it down here, maybe target your low, and then go for the penny. Now you've got like a 6 to 1. Which means you actually can be more loose. You don't have to. You can be loosey-goosey, make it a 3. I don't like that though because you're right at support. I'd almost rather play it this way. That. Get a little more wiggly. Here we go. I could like those trades. I could like the reverse. I could look for kind of shorten this zone. It's a big upsides. I don't know where you'd stop this thing though. I don't know where you'd stop it. Maybe 1.2. 1.2. And then what? You can target either the 236 on the way down, or if you're more bearish, you can go down to 382. You go all the way down to your 618, etc. Back down to essentially where you might be looking for a long. So I think that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I didn't talk about XRP, and look, he's got me off topic. We're talking about raves. I was having a good time. Now I'm back in the charts, and I'm freaking out. No, I'm just kidding. XRP, also, this is just like on repeat. Ripped again. Hit 58 cents. To be honest, I'm way more convinced now than I have been in months about XRP climbing. It finally broke its effing range of the Forever Land range. This is something to definitely look out for, though. We did see what looked like an SOS. This is already starting to look like an SOS. That typically is a good thing. Above resistance is a good thing. You'd expect it to break to the upside, but that's not what it did last time. So you gotta be weary. You gotta be weary of that playing out again. I like it, though. You did break your high. We were basically just looking for a real simple play. 50 cents, psychological. It did trade as low as 48.2 so far, but that trade's still good for 2.68, kind of on the lower side of our risk to reward. So you can see the last one was a 3.7. You want it to be a little more juicy, you could go 61.8. The old 6.618. You could do something like that. I think right back to the high, or even back to just the close up here. Not bad. Not bad. I think at the moment, though, XRP kind of does look a little dumpy down here. It tested 50 cents. It looked like it held. It fell back below. It's crawled back up. I mean, you're going to know as soon as it's above like 51. But that would not be off the table. I think this trade still wins, honestly. I'm always kind of pessimistic against XRP, but I'm trying to get past my biases just in general to grow as a person. And to be honest, I mean, we were right that it went up. I don't know. We were right looking here, basically reopening. That's the only thing I don't think that jives well, is like we closed here on this position. That was awesome. And then we're reopening. So it's really just like we could have held it, but at the same time, you could always say that. But I find like the obvious TP usually doesn't get like a clean move. So I would like to see even something like this, where we break that low just a little bit, but we don't hit the stop. And then we come back up. Like that. That's what I'd like to see. All right. This man got me off one of my favorite topics that I'm just playing with you, dude. We didn't even look at Ethereum. We didn't look at anything. We looked at Silver and Moon, and they're going. Or Silver and Moon. Dang, I wish I would have said that intentionally. Silver and gold, and they're mooning. Silver finally broke its descending trend, so we're not looking for this poop. We're looking for the move. Silver good. Bitcoin better, but silver good. Ooh. Little update there on our snipe ski. A little update on our snipe ski. Now, the smart trader in me wants to move this stop up much higher than it is now. But I don't love or trust this structure yet. You have distribution. You fell. Basically, shorts closed. You hit that previous distribution. You rejected. And what are you doing now? You're moving up back to that level. Distribute. Fall. Resistance. Fall. Resistance. TA doesn't give us the future. Doesn't. I wish. So you can see it climb back up. But in general, right here, in my opinion, it is a more probable weighted win to the downside. Despite literally me being in a long right now. I just don't love this. We're just going to have to pray to the spice gods. That's probably why I should move this stop up. Let's go to 27. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it in profit, and I'm going to look to reopen, because that's the smarter move. I'm going to get boned if I do that. Oh well. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. I'll take it from there. Okay, we've contained that. That'll be such a tiny, tiny loss now. And an alert. BTC USD crossing 2811. It looks like our perps are not keeping up with spot. Looks like spot's moving, baby. There we go. There we go. Spot's moving. That's the ugliest inverse head and shoulders-ish thing I've ever seen. It's a Quasimodo. Maybe if we crowdsource it. Where's the remaining inefficiency in this chart? I will give one kudos to whoever finds it. And I already know where it is. That's it. You've made almost the entire rest of this range efficient. You have maybe arguably, you know, like right here inefficient, but at the same time, you consolidated there, so it's not really inefficient. It was efficient before the move. These wicks came and filled in the remaining efficiency. Honestly, I think I'm still on the bull side. I'm still on the megaphone pattern side. But if the megaphone pattern isn't what we're seeing, I think we see a wick low that breaks the low. I think that it gets bought up, kind of similar to this. Maybe similar or more similar to the one we saw today. And then I think it moves to the high. We already broke the high of the range off of a break of the low of the range. That does give us the diamond, which sucks because that is reversally. But at the same time, we had that before. It didn't play out. And our bullish megaphone is still completely valid. We've only been hitting higher highs. We haven't even come back to the trend. Below the trend, I'm going to start looking for farther downside. Above the trend, we're just chilling. We're just either accumulating or distributing. Distributing. Let's take a look. I haven't looked at Lux Algo today. Oh, not on this chart, though. An AT78. So. Yep. This is probably where I should close my long. We get closed above trend on the 5. It's really close. Man, this is just weird. 30-minute. What I do like about this chart, even though I don't love the money flows, I don't love some of the signals, what I do like about this chart is that price is underneath the weighted volume average. Weighted average price, sorry. The weighted average price. Meaning, I don't want to say meaning. In my opinion, when price is below the VWAP, volume weighted average price, it tends to move towards it, whether it's above or below. What I like is once we get up to the 30, we see that VWAP really coming back up to meet price. On the 60 or on the minute, it's not as clean. It's not as good. You do have a little lower low here, so that can actually get very ugly. But your VWAP is flattening out. And this is usually, I would say, just 52% of the time. I don't know. 52% of the time, when you see VWAP moving in one direction and it flattens out, it looks to reverse. Like, more often than not. You can see it's getting more ingrained. You have to wait for the candle to close, though, because while it's open, you can see it moving right now. This can go all the way back down there and not be curving up. But keeping an eye on it. I like that on the 30 and the hour, we are seeing that VWAP come back up. I like that. On the 2 hour, we're not, and the 2 hour is pretty ugly. It is pretty ugly. The hour is like the only bullish thing, and of course, momentum's right at the zero line, so it's right at the zero line of VWAP's coming down. So it's like the only thing that looks like, oh man, hopeful, and then I don't know, that's sketchy. Rejection there on the 3 gives you that spike down. We don't have it yet, but kind of just narrating the plot here. Interesting, the 8 hour just looks healthy as anything, though. That's actually pretty. It's really pretty. Momentum comes up. You haven't exceeded your low. Now you do have that flat VWAP that I was just warning about. So that's a threat. But it's good to see momentum down here pinching already, and money flow coming up before momentum's even come up. We've seen that before. It's usually a good sign. Same is true in the reverse when it's coming down. Before price, usually a down sign. Son of a bitch. Looks like next week. I was thinking this week. It looks like next week. Provided this week doesn't close like shite. This week closes like shite. Then we've got like 2 weeks. VWAP's coming down. It's not great either. Look at price. Price don't give a F. Price honey badger. If this week closes like this, I don't think we will have seen that happen in a very long time. This looks somewhat similar, but I will say not close enough. I'll concede this. Kind of like that in a way. Reversed, which is not good because that led to a pump, which in this scenario would lead to a dump. Don't love that. Kind of like this price action here, but really not that similar either. Yeah, it's kind of like this even. That might not be bad. That would be not bad at all, actually. That would look pretty good. Now, this doesn't look like what we've seen, but the rally, kind of the doji. You dump. You break the lows, and you creep back up. That'd be good. Put it this way. When you see a bunch of dojis in a row, here's one that looks way too not good. Similar, though. When we see like multiple weekly dojis in a row, you very commonly get a proportionally large move. Like, proportionally. This happened, price fell 50%. This happened, price fell 12%, but then rallied. And there's not that many other times it looks like that. This kind of usually leads to a reversal, strong reversal. Downtrend, doji up, down. Now if that plays out, I mean, we have 6 days basically left in this, so this isn't a doji yet. But if it closes, shit, I feel like I said I would do something today. I can't remember what it is, and I have a feeling I'm like, should check my phone, see if anyone's bitching at me. It don't look like it. Doesn't look like everyone's yelling at me. Yeah, no one's yelling at me. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what it was. If we do see that sell-off, hopefully it respects the megaphone. Hopefully it finds support at about 27 or above. If it doesn't, the phone's playing the stream. If it doesn't, you have your obvious last line in the sand that you really don't want to see Bitcoin trade below. It's even marked on this chart, but it needs to be updated. Like what? Why is that so significantly different? That must have calculated wrong. The fudge? What the There's something wrong about this. One sec. It just says Coinbase? There it is. I don't know. I don't know why it looked so weird. That makes much more sense. The obvious next point is if we lose this pattern, if the megaphone is a bunch of baloney, get your 200 weekly. Everyone's looking at it. It's at 25.5. I mean, that's the obvious spot. It's the obvious spot to look for a bounce. I don't think you get a clean bounce from it, though. Talked about sweeping liquidity. We're going to look for a sweep to the downside or the upside first before the real move. So if this happens, here's what I'd like to see. You could even see this. I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. But if we hit that 200... the last thing in the world I would expect is for a perfect bounce. I would expect for it to come hunt these lows. All right. Look, we were having an awesome conversation. Then somebody wants to look at KLV. And then I'm just off in the zone again, guys. You gotta be aware of my ADD. It is powerful. Once I get in the zone, I'm just in the zone. All right, let's go back. Let's get rid of this. Zoom back in. Did you know everything is a spring? Vector MACD. Everything's a spring. Everything. What's up, Bob Basic? After party. Yeah, good. Dave Digital's still talking about partying. All right. Sunrise and Bitcoin pump. Let's go. Let's go. Bitcoin will get high at the music festival. 20K incoming. Will be good. It's the rally is real and the breakout is real. Honestly, if the rally is fake, if it's a dead cat bounce, I don't expect to pull back to 25 Only because the previous dead cat bounces we've seen, like this one already, even has more significant pullbacks than the previous dead cat bounce. The most previous. Like, you're just looking at this. Maybe it could be argued the other way. It's like without this, they just don't. When you look at the lower time frame candles, they just don't look the same.
Your zone is the best place.
Uta zone. Thank you, my friend. Patrick Simpson with the 10. Appreciate you. Fairview 1 subscribed. Feedy subscribed. Darren subscribed. Brent Wilson. This is like an hour ago. Subscribed. Soto Recon Crypto. Man, how long have I been ranting? Wojish. Lasinski. Trucker BB. Not a lot. Not a spicy day. Not a lot of viewership, but that's all right. You guys missed some of the best stuff. I mean, not you guys, but everybody else missed some of the best stuff. These really don't look that much the same when you're on lower time frames. Oh, that's also because this wasn't the dead cat bounce. I've been streaming for too long. We're going to have to wrap this up at some point. So this was the previous dead cat bounce. It's interesting. This didn't grab liquidity the same way. Like your lows like really didn't break, which is weird. Or no, it's not weird. Sorry, that was my point. That was my whole point of this. Is when you get a dead cat bounce, what happens is you tend to see the market kind of suspiciously let you stay in positions. It doesn't sweep liquidity as much. Like, you had strong pullbacks, and this price action actually looks incredibly like what we saw. It's the same old crap over and over again. It looks incredibly like this, to my memory. Just mental note. You know, shout out to the champs who are still here, man. You're champs. Irrelevant, but that looks really similar to me. But you see, this is what I'm saying. Basically, if we get pullbacks, especially like clean ones, like the 200 weekly, just don't really fit what we see in dead cat bounces. Like this whole dead cat bounce looks like liquidity was swept once here, and I think I actually remember this. There was something. What was it? I forget what exchange it was on, but I think someone fat fingered like a huge order here. I think that was here, May 17th. Whole point of this, I'm getting tired. You don't see liquidity swept on the lows. Basically, you just allow all the longs to stay open. You bring them up to a euphoric high, and then what? Then you trap them. Then you trap their liquidity. You give them all this hope. These little bounces. You're like, oh no, the lows aren't being swept. It's still open. It's still open. And then boom, you smash it. Everyone gets bearish. Everybody shorts. This was literally just liquidating shorts back to 10.75, and the rest is BS, right? You got trapped. It baited in more longs. They thought we were going to the moon, and then this happened, which no one expected. No one. I don't care what anyone says. Anyone who tells you that on March of 2020, they were looking for a $3,000 Bitcoin is LARPing. They are LARPing their ass off, man. They are LARPing. Everyone was bearish, and even the most bearish people I knew were like, I never would have guessed that we would fall like that to 3K. They're like, maybe like 5 or something. Some number. But not 3. Not back to the low. Marsh. All right, so I think we set up the foundations for the best Web3 rave, crypto rave ever. Thank you, Michael. That'll be good. Raves are Gregzilla. Why can't I just remove your comment? That's weird. I have to remove it as a moderator. I have to remove it. No, wait, where'd it go? I'm not actually taking it away. Oh, I hate this new crap. Yeah, I've been on 2 hours. All right, I had to remove you as a moderator to like delete the comment and add you back, but it was too complicated, so I just added it back. I love raves, baby. And they're the, I mean, if you think raves are what you said, man, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. There's a lot of that, but they are the most positive, awesome, like, you don't have to do drugs or anything, but just the positivity, the energy, the people, the vibe. I think they're like a human need. It's like a genuine human need. Social missionary. No smoke, real fire. Garling House is happy with Gensler. Alts pump, Bitcoin 35 soon. I'll take it, buddy. We're all winners. I agree. Time to do a VIP guest list. Everyone with the blue and green name is on the VIP guest list. We don't have a location. We don't have any artists. We don't have any permits. We don't have any crew. We don't have a name. But we have a concept. And ideas ain't nothing stronger than ideas. Holy sh... I can't believe how long I've been streaming. Longer than 2 hours. That's alright. I owed you guys. I hadn't streamed in a while. I owed you guys. This has been good. I don't know how many like new viewers or anything we had. Didn't seem like the numbers were very good. This is the lowest concurrent viewership we've had in a long time. But you know what? That's because it's boring. The people that are here are the people who are going to make it. Because it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring, and then it's going to get very exciting, and it's going to be very boring again. That is how, honestly, that's how bull markets are. But even if we're not a bull market, very likely that's how it's going to be. It wants you to walk away. It wants you to stop paying attention. And when you do that, it moves. But anyway, guys, we did hit 500 likes. So when this stream is over, you have to comment on this one from today. If I'm not wearing a Wafu shirt, it's not the right one. A comment and your user ID on Fairdesk will be given away. 200 at minimum. We'll see if it's a spicy day on the next stream and we got a lot of people. Maybe we'll give away more. Make sure you jump in the Discord and subscribe. Check out our sponsors, Bybit. I know I talk about Fairdesk a lot now, but Bybit also. Sign up using my link with Bybit, Fairdesk, Marketcipher. Oop, wrong button. No, not MXC. I don't even know I have that button. Lux Algo. I didn't even look at Lux today, but it's a great indicator. Use my links. Help support the channel for stuff you're using anyway. I loved this stream. I have no idea. I mean, the viewership would probably not concur of loving this stream. We only hit 525. That's okay. All right, it is what it is. But I loved it. It's my favorite one. I'm glad you guys joined it with me. Make sure you're in the Discord. We'll be doing the airdrop in a second. We'll be live again soon. I love you, fam. Let's keep brainstorming our Web3. We have to like combine the word Web3 and rave together. Get creative. Crown out.